on Pirate Radio.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Warren's now has 2 locations, in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Stop in today for hot dogs, pizza, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity featuring homemade cheese, ham and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
You know what happens when you mess with a 125-year-old legend? You get Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Inspired by the legendary taste of Topo Chico mineral water and crafted with unique flavors like strawberry guava, tangy lemon lime, tropical mango, and exotic pineapple for a crisp, refreshing finish. Topo Chico Hard Seltzer is a game changer. New Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Legends never stop refreshing. TC Hard Seltzer Company, Tempe, Arizona, Auburndale, Florida. Celebrate responsibly.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
We paid how much for those lessons?
Shh, she's doing great.
Oh yeah, totally. Can you pass me a Pepsi Zero Sugar? Great job, honey! Oh, look at that. That's not the end.
No way. Now it's time for the encore.
You know what? You're right. 5 times? Not enough times.
For everyone who traded in rock concerts for their kids' recitals, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's what I like.
Here is your ice-cold Pepsi Zero Sugar, sir.
Oh, thanks. Wanna watch the game?
Ooh, little sports ball on a Sunday afternoon. Don't mind if I do. Hey, did we win? It sounds like we won.
It's still the first quarter.
I must be lucky. People say that about me. Tough break on that free throw there. Shouldn't be doing that.
Dude, we're watching football. Come on.
For everyone who spent the entire game explaining the entire game, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's what I like.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed.
Pirates shortstop Ryder Giles, that had to be a boost to the team after a bit of a down 2021 for Jake Coochmaner to come back and have that performance on Saturday.
Yeah, he was awesome. He looked like the old Coochmaner that we're accustomed to seeing. You know, his fastball is a little bit better than it used to be, and you know, his off-speed stuff still obviously really good. But the mentality he brings to the team is the biggest thing, and it's something that you know the rest of us can feed off of.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Sustained effort and violence.
I don't care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather.
Do we not agree?
It could be a total goat rodeo.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Cool, neat story.
A fat, stinky kind of dude that someone thought had a radio voice.
What's wrong with my voice?
Doesn't seem like a real bad guy, but just a bit full of himself and sees himself as a huge radio personality.
Dominating the East Coast.
He looks fat and stinky.
Oh.
And is an absolute bozo.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, welcome in to a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Beautiful day in Eastern North Carolina, and great day to talk sports with you here on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We are on 1250 and 930. You can find us online, PR927FM. PirateRadio.com, and also watch the program on Facebook and on YouTube. Like the Pirate Radio page on Facebook, and you'll find some great content there, including our live video, and subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. Watch the show, watch the Brian Bailey Show. All of our ECU post-game videos are there as well. A lot of good stuff there on YouTube at Pirate Radio TV. You can chime in and be a part of the show on those services as well. So give us your questions, comments, and everything in between. Soundbite requests, which we've already got a few of those today. People want us to just play the hits, apparently, and we'll do that in a moment. But first, let me welcome and introduce... What is this, your walk-up song? Shirley Rhodes is here. Chandler Honeycutt is here. Nice shirts, gang.
Thank you.
Thanks, Clipper.
Where'd you get those?
Can't tell you.
But
we're about to tell you.
I wish I had one of those. Maybe I can get one of those.
Are you a little hot in here, Clip?
It is a little toasty in here.
Yeah, you need to take that off.
Y'all want me to take this off?
Take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
Wow.
Take it off.
All right.
Clip Rock.
Wait, what's under there?
What kind of show is this? Did we sign up for the Clip?
Oh, boy.
Oh,
hey now.
Clip Rock. For our radio audience. Unbuttoning his shirt.
Check this out.
Man.
I got jungle vibes. Just as Shirley and Chandler and the whole crew here have jungle vibes
only.
This is March. This is Mustache March. But these shirts are probably only available for us, right?
No, Clip.
What?
I'm not going to ask for you to give me your shirt back. That's a gift. You can have it.
Oh, thank you.
So I want you to wear it the next few days because
I'll wear it with pride.
Mustache March is here. And to help strike out ALS, Pirate Radio is going to give the Pirate Nation an opportunity to get one of these 3 shirts. I held up the other 2. It's a long sleeve cotton shirt in addition to the Performance Sport Tech shirt we have here that has jungle vibes on it, short sleeve, as the weather gets warmer for people that like athletic gear. And you, of course, got the beautiful tie-dye jungle vibes only shirt, just like Chandler and Shirley. But for $10 this Thursday, you can come get one of these shirts, 2 of these shirts, or all 3 of these shirts. $10 each at UBE from 11 to 2 p.m. The Pirate Radio crew will be down there, and all 100% of the proceeds will go to the ECU Baseball Mustache March. So come help support that. Get some cool jungle vibes going on for the rest of the baseball season, including the Keith Leclaire Classic.
Great time.
Coming up this weekend. It's a good way to kick off this promotion. So while supplies last, we'll be down there starting at 11.
Thursday.
Yeah, hopefully till 2 p.m.
Let's go 2 a.m.
Clip Brock. I mean, you like the late.
We'll start with 2 p.m. and see what happens.
So, so we have 3 options.
Yeah.
We'll, 3 great-looking purple shirts, 1 tie-dye, 1 performance shirt, athletic cut, and then a long-sleeve version. All $3, all $10, all 3 versions, so each. So,
Ellerbe, while you're here, let me go ahead and ask this question that's going to be asked a million times.
Yes.
I'm unable to get to UB Thursday. Can I have one of these shirts for $10?
Tried your best right now to get someone to go to UBE and get them for you. If not, we might be able to work out a deal to ship them there, but it's really, we have a limited supply, so we're going to try to do for folks. If you know somebody in Greenville, and Pirate Nation is the most resourceful nation out there, so I'm pretty sure you know somebody.
Go ahead and cash app your buddy $10 now.
Exactly. Do that, and they can get to UBE at they take lunch break 11 to 2 on Thursday. Come by UBE, get some gear for the weekend. The weather is setting up to be beautiful, so long sleeve, short sleeve, or tie-dye shirt available. Thanks to you guys for modeling them today. We'll be talking about it in the next few days.
I tell you what, you picked the 3 of the best people to model them. I tell you what,
there's no doubt. There's no doubt. You guys, I mean,
we look a lot better than whoever this guy is.
I mean, the stock model that we had, that we paid to model the shirt when we went with the go-ahead to get it, definitely, hands down, has nothing on you guys.
Don't quit your day job, guy.
Yes.
That's right.
That guy's probably unemployed. He just probably got fired from whatever modeling agency he was working for. So
Trashing this dude.
But I'm excited about these. I think these
they're awesome.
They turned out really good, and 100% of the proceeds, we're hoping to write a nice check to Mustache March and to help strike out ALS, which is hit home to the East Carolina baseball program with Coach Leclaire, which I saw that it was his birthday either yesterday or the day before. So certainly a guy, and I think I said it that one day after the ECU baseball banquet, the impact. You weren't here, you were out of town, but me and Troy were doing the show. The impact and the legacy that Keith Leclaire left is just so powerful, of the number of people that he's led into coaching, or just his former players that aren't even in baseball that I've run into that have their foundation of what he laid into them when they were here between the ages of 18 to 22 is remarkable. So we can do a little part and have some fun with it, and hey, get some more purple out in the jungle at Clark Leclaire or around Greenville. Then that's what it's all about.
We'll talk to Audrey Leclaire, daughter of Keith Leclaire, later this week on Pirate Radio Live, and talk to her about her dad and his time here as the head coach of the East Carolina Pirates.
Maybe you could get her starting lineup. Who would she have in her starting lineup of ECU baseball? Coach Audrey Leclaire. If she was some of the players that she's
all time,
right? Just some of the players
all time ECU starting lineup,
right? Who would be her starting pitcher? Maybe catcher, third baseman. I don't know.
That's asking a lot, but I would love to hear that awesome lineup she was.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a lot to pick from.
I kind of want to do that myself.
And she's followed East Carolina baseball, beyond. It doesn't have to be just the players that played for her coach, but I don't know, her dad. So that would be an interesting question.
I think that's a great idea, and I think we should do that. And we'll have Chan Man, Igo, when he joins us later this week, and you at home can put your starting lineup and say what, Ellerbe, the last 22 years of ECU baseball?
Sure. Start with Keith Leclaire's first year till present day. Your Keith Leclaire Classic all-time team.
Wow.
There you go.
A lot of great players on that lineup card. All right. You know what would go great with this shirt, Ellerbe?
What?
A purple bedazzled cowboy hat.
I heard Zach Agnos was looking for one.
So it was kind of like just a throwaway line. We were talking about dugout celebrations, home run celebrations. We've seen a hockey stick. We've seen a cowboy hat. We saw a sledgehammer. We saw Justin Wilcoxon riding said sledgehammer like a horse to the dugout. And Zach had that cowboy hat you see is Zach Agnos's that he brought to the dugout. They bring it everywhere with him. He says what would be cool? A purple bedazzled cowboy hat. So he said that yesterday on the show, and then it kind of went nuts on Twitter, led by the Pack the Jungle, the ECU Jungle account. And then that led to Ellerbe, just countless people showing examples of hats. We've actually got people that have already purchased hats from Amazon that are going to be wearing them in the jungle or giving them to the baseball team to wear. So if you are at Clark Leclaire this weekend, be on the lookout for a lot of odd-looking purple cowboy hats at the stadium.
Yeah, I think you're definitely going to see them this weekend. They won't be hard to point out.
Yeah, and for $10, you can get a great matching, shirt.
Accessorized.
Yeah, you can. We have 3 different versions of the shirt, so you have a different shirt to wear each day. You don't even have to do laundry. So there you go.
All right, I'm already getting orders in.
Are you really?
Yeah.
People fired up. They
Pam,
cash apps?
Pam Brock wants one.
Oh, wow. Okay. You know her?
I get the motherly discount.
Yes.
Chad is asking on YouTube what sizes are available.
Sizes are available.
Good news, Chad.
Yes.
Big man sizes are available.
Small to 2XL are the majority of the sizes. There are very limited, I think Clip Brock may have gotten one of our limited edition 3Xers. So so
if Chad shows up early, can he get a big man size?
Yes. So we'll have a few limited big man sizes, but I would recommend you get there first at 11.
There you go, Chad. You are on the clock. All right, Pirates and Blue Devils going at it today, Ellerbe.
Yeah. I want to circle back to Sunday at Clark Leclaire real quick.
Circle on back then.
And wonder at any point when you were doing the PA if you looked down at the Tar Heel uniforms and thought it was the 85 Braves.
Well, Ellerbe, during that time, there was a lot of teams wearing the powder blue jerseys. You had the Expos, you had the Cardinals,
you
had the Brewers.
When I first got there and they were lined up for the national anthem, I was looking for Bob Horner. I knew you were doing the PA. I just was hoping that Clip Carey would break out for an introduction.
Now batting for the Tar Heels, number 3, Dale Murphy.
Thanks for attending. The Pirates win 5-0. Now Mama's Family.
Now look to the video board for a special airing of Mama's Family.
That's all I wanted to circle back.
All right, we got that out of the way.
Those powder blues. I thought of you, and I was going to text you, but then I thought, you know what? I'll see him first of the week, and I forgot to mention it to you yesterday. But here I am.
Good to see those powder blues losing on Sunday.
Now, people were like, weren't you cold at the game? I was like, well, we were winning pretty much the whole game, so it makes it less cold. I never remember many East Carolina losses where I froze to death or were burning up. I'll mention it as part of the story, but like the Virginia Tech game, the TJ Lee block kick, it was a scorcher that day in Charlotte. But, that's not what you're going to lead off with. You're going to think of TJ Lee with the block.
Well, I don't like to talk about the weather. I don't care about the weather. We're not going to talk about the weather.
Especially where you sit. You don't really care about the weather at all.
Oh, I thought it was room temperature for everyone on Sunday.
I don't care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather.
So, it was beautiful where I was, and beautiful ending to that game as the Pirates win at 5-0, and now back in action today in Durham. Should we discuss the rumor in our text group, Ellerbe?
There is a speculated. Is this? How do we know this is? Are we going to go with this or that?
I don't know. We could say we've got somebody en route to Durham,
right?
And
maybe we'll need some more investigation or confirmation of this.
It was a comment from him from the person that's riding with him.
Right.
It was a close source to the situation.
Right. We'll work for some additional information, I think.
All right. Fair enough. How are we going to work for that? Who's on that?
I think when maybe sources get closer to the ballpark.
Okay. Fair enough. So Pirates and Duke today at DBAP. And it'll be a 4:00 first pitch. East Carolina trying to go 2-0 in the midweek this year, as looked good last week against Campbell after a rough 4 innings. They had an outburst. Ryder Giles, a big game last week, so hopefully they can do the same today. It'll be Nick Logish on the mound, making his first start for East Carolina, likely on a pitch count. We'll probably try to get him through 2 innings before they start their bullpen day. And we'll see what happens today, Ellerbe.
Yeah, looking forward to hopefully the Pirates really, I guess, trying to get another road victory to keep notching that record back up to 500. So it was good that the Pirates, I thought about it, that, Sunday was their first home victory after being swept by Bryant.
Yep.
So it's always good to leave the friendly confines of Clark LeClaire with a W, and a shutout made it feel even better. And maybe that's a game that can, turn the season and give them some confidence this week to maybe go 3-1.
Ellerbe, let's see what the people are saying. We have some very intelligent and informative listeners to the program.
Yes.
Steve Hill says, Clipper!
All right.
Steve also says, Burgley.
A burglary.
Robert Matthews says, local politics, bud.
There's local politics, bud.
Ellerbe, sometimes people... Steve Hill says 2 little butt cheeks.
It's 2 little butt cheeks.
Sometimes people just want to play the hits, Ellerbe.
Yes.
It's like an old, comfortable shoe. You just want to feel it on your foot, and it makes you feel like home. And when you hear those phrases, it feels like home.
You feel better now?
I feel great. I'm just glad they feel good.
Yeah.
Now that we got that out of the way. Yeah, we're all a big family here. So there you go. Any cuts you want to hear, Ellerbe?
Quiet, please.
Thank you.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
ECU has got off to a slow start here in the season, too.
What are you setting up
2-5.
here, Chandler? Let's see what he's setting
I
up.
want to get back to...
I want me some glory hole.
The glory hole days?
I want to get back to the glory hole days.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you for bringing that to our attention.
Yeah, one of your guests has had a lot of good air this past week with some good comments. Joe Dooley.
It could be a total goat rodeo.
He had goat rodeo. We got to get
throwing rocks.
Rock
He wanted to
fight.
be a real estate agent, so he wouldn't watch the basketball team anymore.
We got to get rock fight and tractor pull into our repertoire.
Yes.
Here. Speaking of which, I did not run down the guest list for today because coming up at 4:00, we will talk to Joe Dooley, head basketball coach of the Pirates. East Carolina coming off 2 home wins last week. We'll talk. We'll double dip on hoops today. 4:00, Joe Dooley. 5:00, Seymour. Got Billy Weaver joining us here in just a few minutes to talk about everything going on in the world of sports. We'll have our Bud Light ECU report with Weave coming up in about 5-10 minutes or so, and we'll talk a little high school basketball playoffs in the 4:00 hour. He's on the all-name team. Laieke Adebe. He is on Twitter and is at high school games every night of the week. Covers it just about as good as anybody. So we'll talk Farmville Central, we'll talk Kinston, some of the best players in the area, and more coming up in the 4:00 hour. So all that and more on the way. We'll also keep you updated on what's going on in Durham on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard as we'll follow the Pirates and the Blue Devils. And at some point, we'll have to have our David Price Construction countdown to kickoff. We'll do that later on in the show today as well.
Yeah, we got to get back to our hard labor and put on our hard hats.
Did I see, did you say, Chandler, we were talking about the baby race yesterday? Ellerbe, did you see the baby race from Saturday at Minji's?
I did.
That was amazing, by the way.
And I believe Joseph was the winner, right?
No other than David and Leah Price's son.
So, yeah, that's building a championship early on. The winner of the baby race, part of that Price family.
Joseph Price. So I don't even think he's a year old yet.
And I like his style. He kind of taunted at the end, waiting for the other baby to catch up.
I texted David on Sunday, and he was saying it was like Deshaun Jackson when he he ran down the 1 yard line. And
Deshaun Jackson has had a lot of 1 yard antics. He's had 2 where he put the ball down before he crossed the goal line. One of my all-time favorites was against the Cowboys when he was about 15 yards ahead of everybody, turned around, looked at the guys running towards him, went like this, and fell into the end zone backwards.
That's basically what Joseph did.
That was awesome. That was one of my all-time favorite taunts.
I still, the video I saw on social media of this, just the sound of excitement from you when baby won.
Lane won.
Here comes lane 1.
I was legitimately excited.
I could tell it was like legit excitement.
We had 8 babies, I believe, in the race there, Ellerbe, and only 2 decided to run. The other 6 got stuck in the.
Was it like they were like MLB players union dispute that they weren't going to?
They were on strike.
They were on strike.
We had 2 scabs running the race, and lane 6 there, Joseph got off to a hot start. Caught his breath, I guess. Another baby caught up, and we had a photo finish in Minji's, and that was one of the most exciting moments in Minji's this year, hands down.
So, what would you say that it was about a 10 or 15 yard track? Is that what we're talking? Because it went from the baseline to half court.
It was like free throw line to half court, maybe 3-point line to half court.
That's a good little poke if you're crawling.
Yeah,
and
they are babies. They're not like
in a strange place with 4,000 people,
and it got loud.
Yes, I'm sure.
So I'm surprised we didn't see more crying out there.
Well, I was in the.
I was the only one crying. I was so excited.
On Thursday, I was in their office over there at David Price Construction, and sure enough, Joseph was in there.
Brag.
And he was like crawling all over the place, and he was like going so fast. And I told David, I said, "You got to put him in the baby race." He said, "Already done it. He's in there." And I was like, "All right, good luck to him." Sure enough, he wins.
Maybe we should get a baby race at Clark Leclaire.
That we talked about that yesterday.
Outfield to outfield, line to line,
pole to pole.
That would be a long race.
Mike P says, "Violence,
violence,
violence." Guess what Robert's asking for, Shirley?
Oh.
But the one you got to work for. He wants Jeff Charles saying Ric Flair.
Oh my gosh.
That is, you know what? If you could,
ain't nobody got time for that.
If you could find that at some point today, I would not mind reliving that as well.
That was a good moment as well.
That was a great moment in Jeff Charles' history. So anyway, all right, Ellerbe, what else you got going on?
Oh man, just got a lot of fun stuff with Jungle Vibes Only. We talked about that. I'm kind of thinking, does East Carolina basketball have a little March surprise for anybody? Do you feel any vibes for the basketball team to make any noise Saturday or next week at the conference tournament?
A little March luster?
What was that shoulder thing you just did?
A little luster.
He's got some vibes going over there.
Wichita State looked
I'm trying to
terrible last time.
think of who he was.
I guess I should be excited. I should be excited if the Pirates win a tournament game.
Excitement time.
I definitely should. But the problem is big bad. If they're in that 8-9 game, big bad Houston awaits them. I'd be so much more excited if they could somehow get to 7 and get out of Houston's side. But let's beat Wichita. Let's take care of business first.
I mean, you got to win 4.
Yeah.
Why not catch Houston early?
Yeah. The Pirates have beaten the 1 seed in the tournament before. Now it was the Conference USA tournament, and I believe it was they did against UAB, I want to say, maybe even Southern Miss. Maybe they've done it twice, but I know in particular one time they were able to knock them off back in the Live at 5 days because I was producing and crazy in there.
That was.
So it's happened before. And look, I like what the team has done this year. As I said yesterday, Troy D thinks I should be more excited about this winning season, but I'm content. I'm pretty happy with what they've been able to do. And to answer your question, I do think Wichita State's probably the toughest place to play as far as an environment goes. But like Chandler said, they have looked bad. They looked bad last night. So yeah.
Senior day for them though, and they do. I mean, they don't have football.
No, they're all in on hoops.
So they sell out their stadium, and are all about basketball. So it's not going to be easy on Saturday, but Saturday is a good test. But really, the tournament is where you can punch your ticket if you can do the unthinkable and win 4, which is really unthinkable.
It's tough to beat the same team 2 times in 1 week, Ellerbe. So do you want to lose to Wichita on Saturday and then beat them next Thursday?
I think you always win.
Okay, go ahead and try to beat them.
I think you can't ever say, look, we're going to lose. So you always play to win the game. Isn't that what Herm Edwards said?
That is correct.
So you play to win, and then you kick them in the throat again on Thursday.
We have our boots on the ground in Durham, Ellerbe, as just had a great picture tweeted out on the Pirate Radio account of the Durham Bulls Athletic Park.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Beautiful blue skies there in Durham.
I think we're starting to get our vibe for some baseball weather too.
Yeah, definitely.
Too bad that the weather didn't work out on Sunday to be better, because there would have been 5,000 people crawling all over the place at Clark Leclaire if the rain hadn't moved in, but can't change that now.
I think the boots that are on the ground in Durham is junkie.
The content junkie, CJ Schaefer.
All right.
Actually doing Pirate Radio work today. Good to see. All right, Ellerbe.
Thanks for having me.
Let's run it back one more time. Thursday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at University Book Exchange. You can purchase a new Jungle Vibes Only t-shirt for only $10. There are 3 different styles. You got the tie-dye, you got the performance, you got the purple long sleeve. You can choose all 3, and all the proceeds will be donated to ECU Baseball Mustache March campaign to strike out ALS UBE Thursday 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pick up 1, 2, or 3 of the new Jungle Vibes Only t-shirts while supplies last.
Perfect gift for friends and family. Are you going to go with the mustache for March?
I am. I got home last night, realized I hadn't shaved in a while. I don't have any shaving cream. And I didn't feel like running to Dollar General down the road to get some.
Did you think about driving to Dollar General down the road?
You know what? I didn't. I was like, it's a long run. I never thought to get in my car. It's dark outside. I might get hit by a car.
You're reflective. Next time we'll do safety green Jungle Vibe shirts for you, Clip, so you can run at night. Early in the morning.
Perfect.
We can't have you being hit by a car.
Ellerbe, when I was a kid, I was a pretty big kid. I was like 13 or 14. I rode my bike to my friend's house on the way back home, hit by a car.
Are you serious?
I was going
That's
down.
starting to explain some things.
Old Tar Road in Winterville, and I was going to turn into a subdivision. I looked back, didn't see a car. I guess it was coming faster than I thought. Went into the road and bang, got drilled. Messed up their windshield. I was okay. And
did you roll on the hood of the car and hit the windshield?
It was either me or my bike.
Oh, wow.
My bike. I hurt my bike.
Yeah.
My bike. It's broken.
They put they were pissed off, obviously.
Spinal.
But you were fine.
Yeah,
my
Tyson.
bike is broken.
Did they say some fat stinky kid just hit my car?
And I was right down the road from my parents' house, so they put my bike in their trunk and gave me a ride to my house.
They said, "Is this your smelly kid?" He just messed up my car.
And it was like a year or two before I got my permit, so my parents were like, how the hell are you going to drive a car if you can't ride a bike down the road?
That's a great question.
And I've answered that question quite well, Mom and Dad, in your face.
Yeah.
All right.
Pam Brock, let us know what's up.
Ellerbe, thanks for hanging out.
See you later. Thanks.
We will take a time out. When we return, we will hear from Billy Weaver, my co-host on the U.S. Sailor Fifth Quarter Call-In Show. We'll talk Pirate baseball, Pirate hoops, and more. We're back with you after this.
How much does the word reliable mean? Sure, all businesses describe themselves as reliable, and we certainly wouldn't expect any business to be unreliable, but when you take a word like reliable and make it your way of life, the entire core of your business, it tends to mean a little more, and it's something you have to show people, not tell them. At Delcor, we show it by being there the same day you call. We show it by simply doing outstanding work with exceptional products, a family-oriented work ethic, and genuine caring for all of our neighbors throughout Eastern NC. Because in a time of need, we know the first and the only thing you need is someone you can count on. That's why we only use equipment you can count on too, like a train comfort system. It's hard to stop a train. Delcor can have a new train comfort system installed in no time, or we can provide an AC tune-up to make sure your system is performing well. So will your system keep you cool all summer? Find out. Call us. We're Delcor, the service professionals, reliable for over 4 decades. Visit DelcorInc.com today.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Hey Greenville, Bagel Man here with some exciting news. We are now open for dinner. This is the first time ever for dinner in our 33 years. Our entire menu is available, plus some new sandwiches like the roast beef cheddar, the Italian sub, and the meatball parm. You can also get French fries and home fries as a side for any of your sandwiches. Order online for pickup or delivery, and don't forget about our great catering. We're available 7 days a week. We can deliver or you can pick it up. Bagel Man here.
Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness is hosting its annual Live Well Half Marathon, free 5K, and free 1 mile fun run on Saturday, March 12th at Greenville Town Commons. Whether you're a professional runner or a first-time runner, this event allows you to experience the benefits of exercise and healthy living with your Pitt County community. All courses are U.S. track and field certified and safe. From vendors to half marathon finisher medals to an official award ceremony, this family-friendly event provides a fun and vibrant atmosphere. Come out and have a good time. Register today at kptonline.com.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers. UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at UBE, you can purchase a new Jungle Vibes Only t-shirt for only $10. There are 3 different styles, tie-dye, performance, and long sleeve, all for only $10 each, and 100% of the proceeds will be donated to the ECU Baseball Mustache March campaign to strike out ALS. Get to UBE this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and pick up 1, 2, or all 3 new Jungle Vibes Only t-shirts while supplies last.
This is Carson Wissenhunt, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you in outside sales and looking for an opportunity to increase your earning potential? Well, Copy Pro has been in Eastern North Carolina for over 45 years and continues to grow each year, and they are in need of more sales professionals with a desire to potentially make a 6-figure income. Do you have what it takes? Visit copypro.net today to submit your resume and to learn more. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All right, breaking Panthers news. Do the breaking news boys have this yet?
Uh-oh. Possibly not.
I want to be able to break some Panthers news.
Did this break yesterday?
Oh, did it?
Is it about a certain Panther that just signed a contract and now he's in trouble?
No.
Oh.
You're talking about Ian Thomas getting arrested?
And facing 5 misdemeanors for trying to dodge the police? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? Dodge the police on foot?
No.
Dodge the police in a motor vehicle?
Yes.
No. Well, kind of.
He was on a bike.
A dirt bike.
A dirt bike.
Yeah. I should have said automobile. Damn it.
Yeah.
I messed up the bit.
Way to kill a joke there.
I know.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. There's a new voice in town.
There is a new voice in town, and it is a familiar name.
I know him from ESPN.
I think this is pretty cool, Chandler.
He has a great voice.
It's a little bit... well, I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this. Anish Shroff is the new voice of the Carolina Panthers. So he has been in Charlotte for 10 years.
Yeah, which I did not realize that. But there's a headquarters for ESPN somewhere there in Charlotte that he's been working for.
Yeah.
And so they reached out to him to offer him the job, and of course he was very excited to take it. And so I didn't realize, I thought this was a very random hire, but then when I realized that he has been in Charlotte and I've been a Charlotte resident for 10 years now, I just thought now that makes sense. And it I could tell today in his interview that he is very, very excited to be the new voice for the Carolina Panthers. Obviously, Mick Mixon being the voice for over 10 years, I believe, for the Panthers, a guy that I remember being the voice for the Panthers. So it's going to have to get used to this new voice when I'm riding around town and listening to Panther football.
I mean, I think
it'll be a familiar voice.
Yeah.
But I wonder how his transition from TV to radio will be. I'm sure he'll be fine. But I'm very excited to have Anish Shroff as the new voice for the Carolina Panthers.
I think this is a fantastic hire. Like you said, a little out of left field just because we didn't expect it. He's not another voice.
In fact, I forgot that we were looking for a new voice.
Well, I asked didn't I ask you recently?
Like, have they found one?
Yeah.
And I was like, I have no idea.
Yeah. So, all right, good move there, I think, for the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, yeah.
Best move they've made since David Tepper's been there. By the way, the soccer team, I might even joked 3-0, but they lost to DC United 3-0 over the weekend. They play their first home game, I think, this weekend. Charlotte FC, the team you don't give a damn about.
Not give a damn.
Because you hate them and you hate Tepper. Just say it.
I don't know if it's... I'm just very disappointed in that man right now. Because he's giving me some vibes of some administrators that were here at East Carolina.
And look, you're wearing your Jungle Vibes Only t-shirt. You're feeling positive vibes. And then coming from the West, you've got these vibes pouring in from Charlotte that are giving you pause.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I summed it up beautifully.
I guess I get that.
Yeah. From now on, if I say something, I don't even...
Very long?
Yeah, just say yeah.
Have you ever done that in a text? Have you ever been texting somebody and you just text them a paragraph or two and then they respond okay or K?
K is the best.
K?
Or worse.
Or, yeah.
If you're the delivery man of the text and you say K, that's a big win for you.
Yes.
Now, if you're getting K, you are throwing your phone, you're angry, you're ready to fist fight somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Good job.
Yeah.
Chandler, you're the best in the business.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Daniel says, I'm gonna need y'all to never do the Panther sound effect with your voice again.
Oh, you mean
know
this?
what? No, Daniel, you're right. We'll never, ever do it again.
This has gone so far off the rails, it's not even funny.
You mean like that?
Oh, God.
You know what? After doing that, I don't want to ever do it again.
Daniel, we're never doing that again. Ever.
Ugh.
So don't even lose sleep over it, because it'll never happen.
Y'all sound like a bunch of disgruntled ducks.
Just call me
fat and stinky.
Yeah, sure. It's gonna say an Oregon Duck's name that might be disgruntled. Jonathan Stewart, is he disgruntled with his old college? I don't know.
I don't think so.
All right, Daniel, thank you for bringing us that magic. You are responsible for that, and only you. And only you can
prevent forest fires.
Thank you. I was getting Smokey the Bear confused with the crime dog, McGruff. And I was like, uh-oh, I've lost my phrase. Help me out.
What does the crime dog say? I forgot. He's got a phrase, too.
Say no to drugs?
No.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time?
Was that him?
No, I don't think
Was
so.
that Crime Dog?
Let me see. Hold on.
Fred McGriff said, you can learn from Tom Amansky. That was his catchphrase.
McGruff was his name.
McGruff, the crime dog.
Let me see what I got here.
Does your throat hurt?
A little bit.
A little bit. A little bit.
A little bit for sure in terms of throat hurting.
Only you can prevent forest fires. All right, we got to talk to Billy Weaver.
Oh, it is take a bite out of crime.
God.
That's what it was.
I'm such a doofus. All right, thank you, Shirley.
You're welcome.
And thank you for saving me. I was on that ledge with only you can prevent forest fires. Shout out Smokey the Bear. All right, let's head out to the Pirate Radio Live line. Joining us is my cohort on the U.S. Sailor Fifth Quarter Call-In Show. He is the former TV guy, now the car guy. Billy Weaver joins us today on Pirate Radio Live. Weave, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Enjoying this spring-like weather and a little longer days, so that's nice.
No doubt about it. Beautiful day in eastern North Carolina and a beautiful day for baseball. Pirates on the road in Durham to face the Duke Blue Devils, coming off a win on late Sunday night, a rare regular season late Sunday night baseball game, and East Carolina wins it over North Carolina. Needed that one, Weave, to salvage the series. A couple of wins last week and hopefully moving in the right direction here.
Yeah, the one thing East Carolina couldn't afford to start this season was 2 consecutive weekend series sweeps, of course, won by Bryant, who I'm not exactly that impressed with. I was kind of rooting for them to, be like the world beater.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be the case.
That took a nosedive this past weekend, unfortunately.
Yeah. North Carolina, obviously, very good baseball team. But it was nice to get that W to keep from getting swept in that series. And let me just say, kudos to the Pirate faithful, because that was not the best scenario for fans to show up to that game. I think by the time the rain got out on Sunday, 6 o'clock start on Sunday, which is tough for anybody anyway. But then you add that it's been rainy and wet all day and 45 degrees, I think it was at first pitch. There was still a great crowd. The jungle looked great too. So kudos to the Pirate faithful for getting out there and cheering on the Pirates to a victory.
No doubt, and especially the jungle crowd, and got loud at times during that game. It was fun, especially when Jacob Jenkins-Coward kind of broke it open with a big hit. Also some clutch pitching for the Pirates, Carter Spivey and others on Sunday. And now a midweek game against Duke. And then coming up this weekend, it's the Keith Leclaire Classic. We'll talk to Audrey Leclaire, the daughter of Keith Leclaire, coming up later on this week on Pirate Radio Live. Very special week here in Greenville. You've been around a long time, Weave, so you know what all it means. And going to be another fun one this weekend.
Yeah, always special when the Keith Leclaire Classic rolls around. And always, there's always teams that come in that kind of lend to the lore of Keith Leclaire, be it former coaches or former teams that, Leclaire coached at. There's always some sort of tie-in. Michigan, obviously, is going to be coming in this weekend. That's going to be one that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. But it's always fun to go out to the Keith Leclaire Classic. Hopefully the weather will be much better this weekend, which I'm expecting it will be, and great crowds out for the Leclaire Classic. And if I'm not mistaken, what year is this? Are we going into 20-some year of the Leclaire Classic? It's been a while, and it's one that definitely gets the fans excited. It's more of a tournament type atmosphere, which is something I think the Pirate fans really like and enjoy as well.
Yeah, I like seeing three different opponents on 3 different days. Indiana State, Michigan, Maryland coming up this weekend for East Carolina. You got that going on, and we'll have some hoops going on this weekend as well, as East Carolina plays their regular season finale at Wichita State. And the Pirates have secured a winning regular season. Picked up a couple of wins last week at home, Billy, against USF and Tulsa, and they've been just like every other game this season, right down to the wire. With 3-4 minutes left, it's tied, and you see who can win it. And the Pirates were able to win 2 of those games last week at home.
Yeah, gutty wins. And for a lot of programs, you say, okay, well, they're guaranteed to finish the regular season with a winning record. Not a big deal. That's not the case at East Carolina. We don't have very many winning seasons at ECU, so when we do have them, we don't take them for granted. So that's a big deal, having this team finish with a winning season and winning regular season record. Be nice to go on the road and win at Wichita State, which is not an easy task, and then of course move on to the conference tournament. But this is a gutty team. This is a team that has played, like you said, in a lot of very close games this season, some on the road, some at Minges Coliseum, and been able, to pull out their fair share. They've been on the other end of some heartbreakers as well, and, three-pointer at the buzzer is doesn't get any more exciting than that. Of course, it would be nice if East Carolina was on the winning end of that, but they did see that at home, and, a buzzer beater at home. So it's been some exciting games this year, too, at Minges Coliseum and on the road. So that's the fun part about this season, aside from actually saying, hey, we've got a winning record. So
yeah,
hoping the Pirates pull out one on the road at Wichita State. That'd be a great way to end the regular season.
Might be game 1 of a doubleheader against Wichita State, because the Pirates are on the 8-9 line right now, and that would put them against Wichita State in round 1 of the AAC tournament coming up next Thursday. This is March. It is March 1st. Actually, the Atlantic Sun tournament begins tonight. So you got your first conference tournament tipping off tonight, Billy. The smaller conferences will play this week, and we'll have some tournament championship games coming up this weekend. Those are always fun for the teams that are only going to make it as an at-large, fighting for their lives coming up.
That's what makes college basketball so much fun, is that with the tournament, the way it's set up, and of course you can do that in basketball, the Cinderellas, everybody wants to see the upset specials. That it lends a lot of credence to the conference tournaments that otherwise wouldn't, because people want to find out, okay, well, who's the next Cinderella? Who's the next giant beater, the giant killer in the tournament? And you start looking at these tournaments and watching maybe tournaments you wouldn't normally watch. That's the good thing about March Madness, and crazy that March is already here, man. It just feels like yesterday that we just got this season underway.
Billy Weaver joining us. Mike Krzyzewski and his coaching in his final regular season road game tonight. This one will be against a former player he coached, and coming up this weekend, his final home game will be against a guy that he coached against as a player. That's Hubert Davis this weekend. Jeff Capel tonight as Duke takes on Pittsburgh, as Coach K is counting down his final days as head coach. And this thing is wide open. Duke was the top-ranked team to win over the weekend, Billy, because you had the top 6 teams in the country lose. You had 7 of the top 9 teams in the country lose. So it just tells you that it's wide open. Duke hasn't been perfect this year, but they have a shot, just like a lot of teams have a shot to win it all this season.
Yeah, how crazy is that? I think this is the first time
ever
the rankings begin.
Yeah.
Ever, yeah. Since the rankings begin, that 7 of the top 10 teams have lost all on the same weekend. That's just an incredible stat. And that just goes, to show how popular college basketball is, how much of an even playing field that you can have when you've got, when you've got such a smaller roster as opposed to baseball, football, and things like that. There's the parity, and I think that's what makes college basketball so exciting. And as speaking of college basketball, right here in the state of North Carolina, we've seen a changing of the guard, so to speak. Last year it was Roy Williams. This year it's going to be Mike Krzyzewski. So things are starting to change over to new guards. And I tell you what, that last regular season Carolina-Duke game, if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw tickets were going for like $6,000 or something crazy. Like, that's Super Bowl prices. On the dark web or black market or however you want to say it. But to get tickets, if you don't have tickets to that Duke-Carolina game and you want to get them, you better reach deep down in the pockets, because that one's going to be one that's special.
Here's one for you, Weaver. Next year, by far, the best head coach for the ACC schools in the state of North Carolina will reside in Winston-Salem for Wake Forest, Steve Forbes. I mean, that's fair to say, right? With Hubert Davis in year 2, John Shire in year 1, and Kevin Keats, his team. Look, I think he's a good coach, but his team's on the bottom of the conference, so you can't say he's the best. So next year, Wake Forest will by far have the best head coach of any of the schools in North Carolina in the ACC.
Yeah, and when's the last time you've been able to say that?
I don't think I've ever been able. I mean, I'm thinking about like Dave Odom, but like Dean Smith and Coach K were around it. Like you got to go way, way back before my time.
Yeah, it would be before my time too, and obviously before Dean Smith, Williams, Coach K. Before those guys were around, obviously. So yeah, that says a whole lot. And like I said, the changing of the guards, it's a whole new world we live in now in the ACC in the state of North Carolina. It'll be interesting now to see if those teams can continue the tradition of winning. And so far at North Carolina, they've had their struggles as well.
Billy Weaver joining us. North Carolina able to win last night in overtime. Watch that one. Some clutch shooting at the end of regulation on both sides, but North Carolina knocks off Syracuse last night. Looking forward to the NCAA tournament. We talk baseball. Let's talk a little NASCAR, Weave, and, meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Kyle Larson wins it last week. And what I saw fans on Twitter, and I don't always see this, Billy, there's a lot of people that complain about the racing these days, and it was boring, and it's all the same. From what I read and people I talked to that are into NASCAR, they really enjoyed the race in California on Sunday with the new cars and the way they ran around the track. So I don't know if you watched any of it, Weave, or talked to anybody, but I'm hearing positive things about the race on Sunday.
Yeah, whenever you have something new, especially a next-generation car in NASCAR, there's going to be the naysayers. There's going to be guys that kind of buck the system, and, they want the old way of doing things. But, these sports, and especially in NASCAR, it's all about change. The one constant is change, and that's what NASCAR is going through right now. And I think the racing was fine. There's always going to be some tweaking. But I just remember back in the days, which you don't see this very often anymore. Back in the day, when Chevrolets and Fords were kind of going back and forth, and then even throw Toyota into the mix, you get one manufacturer that wins a couple weeks in a row. Say it's Chevrolet, then you got the Ford drivers whining. And the Toyota drivers whining and say, well, the Chevrolet drivers have an advantage, and the car makes an adjustment. They make a spoiler height adjustment or something like that. Now you don't see that. Now it's a little bit more even playing field, but it seems like the drivers and the fans are still going to find something to complain about. I like the next gen car. One of the things I like the most is, one of the changes this year was the single lug nut. I think that's, for safety reasons, obviously that's a big plus. And I like it because it makes the pit stops a little bit more challenging and a little quicker. So that's something I've enjoyed this year in NASCAR.
All right, we've Las Vegas coming up Sunday, 3:30 on Fox. Who are the favorites in your eyes coming up in Vegas?
Well, if you look at the Vegas odds, obviously, I'll give you one guess at who the Vegas odds are.
I'm going to guess Kyle Larson.
Yeah, you'd be guessing right. He won the spring race there last year, so going in there, obviously off of a win. I mean, he's the hottest driver in NASCAR right now. He picked up right where he left off last season, and has just kind of been great. There are a lot of guys that have won there. The good thing is, or I guess not for him, or not for Denny Hamlin, I should say. Denny Hamlin won the fall race. There haven't been any back-to-back winners at Las Vegas in quite some time. I think in maybe 10, 15 years since Jimmy Johnson last did it. He always ran very well at Vegas, but Kurt Busch, Joey Logano, Martin Truex Jr. has had a few victories there, so he's a guy that you'll have to take a look at. Joey Logano's got a couple wins. Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson, I've liked that dynamic. Of course, those two guys got together a little bit, or actually Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott getting together at the end of the race last week, so that'll be fun to watch those guys go at it. But if I had to put money down on it, and Vegas isn't wrong very often, Kyle Larson's the guy to put the money on.
And I saw people, I don't know if it's like sour grapes or like if somebody said, well, that's a garbage block by Larson. He shouldn't do that. But he's trying to win races and prevent guys from going around him, right? So what's he supposed to do? Like, is it too aggressive? I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be, right? Or am I wrong here?
No, blocking is part of the race, it's racing. Now, if you go down to block and you do it the wrong way and you get hit in the left rear quarter panel and you get spun out, then so be it.
That's on you.
So that's on you. So that's all part of racing. But blocking is part of racing. I mean, you see Dale Earnhardt do it all the time.
All right.
All the old school drivers, that's what you do. You block, you try to win races. Obviously, if there's a guy that's got a car that is much better than yours, it doesn't matter how much you're going to block. He's going to get around you anyway. So, I mean, that's just all part of racing.
Billy Weaver joining us. We've appreciate you joining us on the program today. Always fun to talk sports with you. What you got going on?
Just working. Actually going tonight over to Farmville Central High School to see
cool.
The Jags, the ladies and the men, both deep. I think it's the fourth round of the state playoffs now. And
well, that's a hot ticket, Weave. You're big in the community if you can secure one of those babies.
That's right. and crazy thing is with being out of the media for a little while now, I thought I was missing something, and I thought, okay, where are the Eastern Regionals going to be held?
Good question.
Come to find out, that is a good thing. that hasn't been settled yet. Which I think from the eyes, from the side of the NCHSAA is not a good look. I mean, you would think by now they would know where they're going to play the East and West regionals and things like that. And there's talk that it could be at the higher seed schools. And don't know if Minji's Coliseum is in the mix, which is always fun. So it'll be interesting because I guarantee you that there's a really, really good chance that Farmville Central's boys and girls teams will be playing in the Eastern Regional.
Bailey was around here huffing and puffing about that yesterday, Billy, just like you'd be if you were still in the TV business. So,
and to tell you the truth, it's okay with me if it's at the home of the higher seeds.
Yeah.
Could be Farmville Central.
Right there in your backyard, right? Another Farmville-Kinston matchup would be great, right?
Oh, yeah, that would be great. I mean, that's literally in my front yard.
Awesome.
And again, I do like Minges. There's nothing like Eastern Regional time at Minges Coliseum.
Yeah.
You know, when it was, back in the day when that was the home, they went to Fayetteville and then kind of came back a little bit for parts of the Eastern Regionals. Minges Coliseum is just great, and especially, if you're a Farmville Central fan and you or Kinston even, you'd rather play at Minges Coliseum, because if Kinston and Farmville Central were to meet, neither one of their home gyms is gonna, they're gonna be packed to the gills, and I'd rather see, close to 8,000 at Minges Coliseum than a couple thousand at the host school.
Man, I was at that game right before COVID shut everything down a few years ago, and it was Farmville Central taking on, I can't remember the school, but they had Bobby Pettiford, who's at Louisville now, and that place, there was like a buzz you could feel in the arena. It was awesome, and
oh yeah,
you're gonna be in a heck of an atmosphere tonight in Farmville. I know that. We've appreciate you joining us today, man. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, we'll see you.
Billy Weaver joining us on this lovely Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a timeout, come back, wrap up hour number 1, get you to hour 2, where we'll talk hoops of the college and high school variety. Joe Dooley joins us coming up to kick off the 4 o'clock hour. Laieke Adebe covers high school basketball. We'll talk Farmville Central, Kinston, and the other area teams still alive in the high school basketball playoffs. Also, some of the best players he has seen throughout this 2022 season. At least one of those, East Carolina is looking at. All right, we'll take a timeout, come back, have more for you on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
Come pop a top at Jarvis Street Bottle Shop. Jarvis Street Bottle Shop is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews, along with wine and growlers. Hosting a tailgate? Stop by the shop and grab a keg for your party or event. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating NC craft breweries, along with live music and discounts. Stop by the shop Tuesday through Sunday, or check them out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Bring home comfort at huge savings during Bostic Sugg Furniture's President's Day Power Event. Now at Bostic Sugg, amp up your space that makes a powerful statement with hundreds of power sofas, sectionals, and recliners in stock. Experience the power of better sleep on a Serta Arctic mattress with 48 months special financing with no minimum purchase. And with any Arctic purchase, get 2 free pillows. Now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Attavola Market Cafe. Attavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Attavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Attavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Attavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Attavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and AttavolaMarket.com. Attavola, pirates supporting pirates.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has more American Airlines flights. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
At US Cellular, we know you have a choice of wireless carriers. And while the other guys may limit your choice of free phones, at US Cellular, you can choose any phone from any brand for free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Hey Pirate Nation, this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at UBE, you can purchase a new Jungle Vibes Only t-shirt for only $10. There are 3 different styles, tie-dye, performance, and long sleeve, all for only $10 each, and 100% of the proceeds will be donated to the ECU Baseball Mustache March campaign to strike out ALS. Get to UBE this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and pick up 1, 2, or all 3 new Jungle Vibes Only t-shirts while supplies last.
This is Stephen Igo, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Well, if I could get this microphone to work, welcome back to the show. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? We'll keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is Clip Rock.
Alrighty, it is 4:01, but we are technically in hour number 1 of our show. This will be our final segment of hour 1. Joe Dooley joins us coming up after this timeout. Here's some NFL news from the Washington Commanders. Some coaching changes have been announced. Todd Storm has been promoted to assistant tight ends coach. Don't know who that is. Christian Garcia is now defensive quality control coach. Don't know who that is. But here are a couple interesting names. Luke Del Rio.
That name sounds familiar.
Is now an assistant quarterbacks coach. And Vincent Rivera.
That name sounds familiar.
Is now an assistant linebackers coach.
Wait a minute.
Wait a second here.
Is that?
This tells me that the only reason I'm not coaching in the NFL is because my dad was not in. My dad failed.
Because Clip Senior's a loser and not an NFL coach?
Now you're calling out my dead grandfather.
Clip Jr.? Because
would you like to apologize?
Well, hey, no, you know what? We'll start from the top. Clip Senior, why weren't you an NFL coach?
That's right.
Clip Jr. If Clip Senior is an NFL coach,
then my dad would be a coach.
Exactly.
Then I would be a coach.
And then you would be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we're going to blame somebody, let's start from the top.
Thanks for nothing, Dad.
And Grandpa.
Thanks, Gramps. So, just found that interesting. It's kind of gross. You know? I don't know.
But it's gross, like it disgusts you?
I mean, it's a little...
Like it makes you want to vomit?
It's a little icky. But, well, it happens everywhere in all businesses.
I think it's lame.
In all walks of life. Yeah, kind of lame. I don't know. I don't like it, but we'll see if it works out. I'm just glad Rob Ryan isn't on the staff anymore.
Let's all be thankful for that.
They got Rob Ryan and they got Bruce Allen out of there, so I should not be bashing them too much. Pirates and Blue Devils about to get underway, and the mustaches are looking good. Starting with the Tilt-A-Whirl himself, Bryson Worrell. The mustaches are out and ready to go today at the DBAP as the Pirates take on the Blue Devils. By the way, Pirates an underdog in this game. It closed as Duke minus 135 to win at East Carolina plus 105, meaning if you put $10 down on ECU, you'll get 11 back, 21 total, as Bryson Worrell leads off the game with a base hit. So we'll keep you up to date on that. We will talk some Pirate hoops when we return. Thank you for doing the whirl there, Chandler. I'm live on the mic, so I'm not going to do it at this moment. But if he hits a home run, We're breaking this place down to the ground.
Burning it. We're going to burn it down.
We're going to burn this
with
place.
everybody in it.
God.
With everybody.
That's how excited we are about this particular baseball game. All right, we'll take a timeout, come back. Joe Dooley joins us on the other side. We're back with you after this.
You know what happens when you mess with a 125-year-old legend? You get Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Inspired by the legendary taste of Topo Chico mineral water and crafted with unique flavors like strawberry guava, tangy lemon lime, tropical mango, and exotic pineapple for a crisp, refreshing finish. Topo Chico Hard Seltzer is a game changer. New Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Legends never stop refreshing. TC Hard Seltzer Company, Tempe, Arizona, Auburndale, Florida. Celebrate responsibly.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom with Team Coop Strong. We want to invite you to the Coop Strong race on March 19th. This unique race has a 4-mile course, a ruck division, and an awesome after party. Proceeds support the local nonprofit Coop Strong, which provides financial support for those fighting ALS, scholarships in memory of Dr. Nelson Cooper, and funding for ALS research. You can sign up at runtheeast.com and follow Coop Strong on Facebook for all of the details. As always, we appreciate your support, and go Pirates!
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at Arc Point Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust Arc Point Labs to give you quick and accurate results for all your laboratory testing needs. If you are in need of COVID testing for your return to school, work, or for travel, Arc Point Labs is offering same-day PCR and antigen testing with little to no wait time. Please visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina Arc Point Labs locations or make an appointment now at onehourcovidresults.com. Go Pirates!
We paid how much for those lessons?
Shh, she's doing great.
Oh yeah, totally. Can you pass me a Pepsi Zero Sugar? Great job, honey! Oh, look at that. That's not the end.
No way. Now it's time for the encore.
You know what? You're right. 5 times? Not enough times.
For everyone who traded in rock concerts for their kids' recitals, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's what I like.
Here is your ice-cold Pepsi Zero Sugar, sir.
Oh, thanks.
Wanna watch the game? Ooh, little sports ball on a Sunday afternoon. Don't mind if I do. Hey, did we win? It sounds like we won.
It's still the first quarter.
I must be lucky. People say that about me. Tough break on that free throw there. Shouldn't be doing that.
Dude, we're watching football. Come on.
For everyone who spent the entire game explaining the entire game, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's what I like.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. From sales to service, Greenville Auto World has all of your vehicle needs covered. Shop all of their inventory now at greenvilleautoworld.net. If you're also looking for someone to service your vehicle, they have a full-service and repair facility. They do brakes, oil changes, tires, inspections, and they can repair any kind of vehicle. Greenville Auto World, right across from Speedway at Bells Fork and online at greenvilleautoworld.net. Thanks to Tim Sutton and Jim Rogers for their sponsorship of the program. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All righty, Bryson Worrell gets on second after a wild throw over to first, but the Pirates go 3 up, 3 down after that, so we go to the bottom of the first scoreless in Durham. We'll keep you up to date on ECU and Duke on our Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
All right, let's take a look now at hoops. East Carolina coming off 2 wins at home last week. They will be on the road to finish out the regular season against Wichita State this weekend. So the midweek off for the Pirates. And yesterday we talked to Joe Dooley yesterday afternoon, and we'll run it right now as he talked about what's going on this week with East Carolina. We also looked back at the week last week. Coach, appreciate your time. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, doing great. And congratulations on the great week. 2 home wins for East Carolina, knocking off South Florida and Tulsa in Minges Coliseum. And, Coach, once again, you never make it easy for the fans. It's always right down to the wire. And you won 2 close ball games, Coach. And I remember you saying when you first got here for your second tenure here at East Carolina, I want to say it was the open introductory press conference, but you said there's going to be games that, you know, are 5 to 7 points with 5-6 minutes left on the clock, and you either got to close them out or you got to come back and win those games. And man, you've seen your experiences in those types of games this year. You've been on the wrong side of the few, but the right side of a bunch of them, and your team was able to close 2 of them out this week.
Yeah, there's been a lot of close games. You look through scores throughout the country. I think that, you know, we've been in a lot of these situations. I think, unfortunately, you know, we've gotten familiar, which I think is good and bad. But there's been a number of them this year, and you know, like you said, we've come out on the top end of it. We've also come out on the bottom end on a couple of these also.
Coach, let's talk about what happened towards the end of the game. There was a hard foul. Brandon Suggs reacts to it. A bit of a skirmish. Could have been a lot worse and got a lot uglier, but cooler heads did prevail. But what did you say to the team after that you know, outburst at the end of the game there?
Well, we got to be smarter. I mean, there's 0.4 seconds left, and in one regard, we sort of got a break. Brandon was actually fouled before the ball was ever inbounded. They grabbed him by the jersey. He kept running, which allowed us, and he caught the ball, so it allowed us to waste some more time. And they were trying to foul him. I don't think it was anything. You know, they grabbed him by the jersey, but in those situations, you've got to be smart. You got to be poised. You know, and you know, be aware that you know these things. Every possession counts. Every point counts, and at that point again, you can't have anything bad happen.
And Coach, just to clarify, there's no further punishment for Suggs and J.J. Miles for their fouls as far as missing time for the next game, correct?
Well, the league obviously it reviews all that type of stuff, so we'll wait for those guys to finish everything.
Okay, gotcha. Joe Dooley joining us. Coach, you got some time off before the regular season finale against Wichita State coming up on Saturday. So what's the week going to be like for your team?
We were off yesterday. We'll practice this afternoon. We'll practice tomorrow morning early, and then we will be off on Wednesday. We'll start working on Wichita State tomorrow. We'll be back on Thursday morning, which will allow the guys almost to get 2 days of rest. You know, this time of the year the guys are a little beat up, so we'll practice Thursday and Friday morning. Then we'll leave for Wichita Friday afternoon.
Speaking of guys beat up, it was good to see J.J. Miles in the lineup on Saturday. What's the latest on R.J. Felton, Coach? Do you expect to see him the rest of the year?
We're hoping he'll be able to do some stuff in practice this afternoon. You know, some movement stuff. He's been progressing, and the big thing is, you know, is eliminating the pain and also mobility. But able to, you know, the big thing is being able to cut and slide, and drive off your back foot. He's making some progress. So I would like to think hopefully we'll get him back at some point this week.
Joe Dooley joining us. Coach, looking at the win over Tulsa, man, they came out red hot, lights out from 3 in the first half, scoring 36 points. They end the game with 59 points. Well, what changed there in the second half defensively for your team against the Golden Hurricane?
Well, we guarded them in the second half. You look at the numbers in the first half. Obviously, it was They shot almost 68% at one point. In the second half, we got the number lower, and I thought that really obviously made the biggest difference when you guard in the second half like we were capable of, and got some stops, and also helped us offensively.
Joe Dooley joining us, Coach. Another key moment there at the end of the game. You're up 3, and you decide to foul as Tulsa's bringing it up. I know that's it's kind of a hot topic across college basketball. Do you foul up 3? Do you let them take that three-pointer? You chose in that case to go for the foul. Obviously, it worked out for you. But how about that situation? Is that something that game to game you do differently, or in every case there at the end of the game like that, up 3, you're going to foul?
More so predicated about the amount of time. I mean, I think that, they were a very good rebounding team, so if there was more time, when you think about it, theoretically, the only way you can lose the game is if on these deals, if you foul a three-point shooter and he makes the shot and it's a 4-point play. The other way you can lose the game is if the guy makes the first free throw, misses the second one on purpose, and they either put one back in and get fouled, or they kick it out for a 3 to beat you. So there's a lot more variables. Everybody just says fouls. No, I mean, we've looked at the numbers, and Harvard did a study years ago, and statistically, the study said don't foul. Now, with going the full length of the court, with the number we had the other day, it was easy because it was going to be a short clock and all those other deals, and it worked out where we did get the foul and the miss, but then the problem was we didn't rebound the ball, and that's where it became a little bit of a fiasco.
Yeah, and I know that's been an issue at times for this team this year is allowing offensive rebounds, and some of it is freak bounces and things like that. But what is it, Coach, about rebounding? Is it more guys not being in the right spot? Is it an effort thing? How do you kind of quantify the offensive rebounds the other teams are getting?
I think there's a number of things that go into. You could say blockouts, but nobody blocks out. I think it's the pursuit of the ball. I mean, Houston doesn't block out at all. They just pursue the ball. I think some of that's when you look on weak side rebound and blockout. I think some of it's an inherent deal also. I think Luigi has a knack, for example, on the offensive end of running down loose balls. Brandon Johnson has a knack of running down loose balls. I mean, rebounds. But, then there's other guys that you've coached that, have an unbelievable knack of, they just seem to get rebounds and aren't great. They don't block out. I think the other thing is our guards need to do a better job of cleaning up a lot of long rebounds. We had 6 or 8 situations, and we work on it every day where the ball, long shots bring long rebounds, and we've got guys running to the restricted circle, so they know better. So that's paying attention a little bit also.
Coach, guys are going to make mistakes. As a coach, you want to see them correct those mistakes, not make the same mistake twice. There were at least 2 cases, maybe 3 on Saturday, where Luigi got the ball, whether it be off a steal, off a long rebound, around the free throw line, 3-point line, and he had some open floor. He could have taken it up the court. Instead, he stops, looks around, passes it to a guard, did not repeat what happened on Wednesday night. So I know you were happy to see that on Saturday, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind him dribbling the ball. It's really the decision and recognizing when to pick up the dribble and why. I mean, Luigi's skill is better than people would probably give him credit for, but there's also a time and a place and a score and a momentum, and all those things factor in when you're making these decisions also.
27 for Tristan, 12 for Vance the other night. JJ added 8. Coach, as you go down the stretch, you're going to need those guys, your big scorers, to perform. And, 27 the other night from Tristan. Big night from him on Saturday.
Yeah, and made some threes. I mean, he's been struggling a little bit from the three-point line, especially in the second. He shot it, he scored well. I think one other thing we didn't do is we didn't turn it over many times. And I think it was 8 turnovers for the game, which is a great number. So those things all factor in. We talk about it all the time. If you don't turn it over, you can shoot it. So we've been able to get a better job on those deals, and we're able to, we didn't shoot a great percentage, but the good thing is we got a lot of shots.
Joe Dooley joining us, Coach. As you wrapped up a win on Saturday, there was some craziness happening around the country with 7 top 10 teams losing on Saturday, the most all-time on a single day. It was capped off with Gonzaga losing to St. Mary's that night. So as you looked across the college basketball landscape Saturday night, how about that day? That was a wild day of college basketball.
When the top 6 teams lose, it's very peculiar. You got home in time to watch. I did not watch the end of the Gonzaga game, but I did watch Baylor and Kansas. Baylor looked really good. Great home win, great atmosphere. Watching some of these other games, I mean, even yesterday you watched Michigan State and Purdue. I mean, there's been a lot of close games and a lot of really high-level games.
Coach, Wichita State, this will be the first meeting between the two teams this year as the game in Greenville was canceled. So what do you know about the Shockers and what's it going to take to beat them on the road on Saturday?
Well, Etienne was the preseason player of the year and really can score from the perimeter. A lot of experience back. Udeze is a big kid that can really score on the post. Dexter Dennis has had a really good career as a junior, very good wing, and they've plugged in some guys. They had a junior college kid, Porter, that was a junior college first team All-American, and Ricky Council, is a very athletic guy from North Carolina. So, like a lot of other teams, they've had some ups and downs. Great, it's a great college venue. Wichita State is one of the better places in the conference to play at. Really good crowds, love their Shockers, and we'll have to be ready to play.
And depending on what happens in the standings, could be game one, and you might see them again next week in the conference tournament. So it could see a lot of the Shockers here coming up soon. Coach, you've been able to win some road games this year in league play, and we'll play in a tough environment coming up on a Saturday. So is your team, you think, battle-tested to this point to get ready for a conference tournament environment you'll see next week?
Well, I mean, the conference tournament environment will be a lot different than Wichita State's environment.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, Wichita State is one of the better environments. You've got Houston, and obviously Memphis is a terrific environment. And so I think Wichita State's right up there. So I think playing on the road is a lot different than playing on a neutral court. But I do think our guys get excited when they play in front of good crowds, and they should.
Joe Dooley joining us, Coach. We appreciate your time. Keep up the winning. Great week last week. We'll keep it going, and we'll talk to you again soon. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
Joe Dooley joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. East Carolina wrapping up the regular season against Wichita State on the weekend, so they got some days off and to rest the brains and the bodies, and we'll get back to it. And then next Thursday, we'll be watching the game here in the Pirate Radio studio at 1 o'clock if they're in that 8-9 matchup, or during Pirate Radio Live, which will probably start around 3:30. I would assume it looks like East Carolina will play next Thursday, 1 o'clock, but still to be determined. But we'll be here with you watching it, so hang out with us as you keep an eye. Or if you're at work, tune into Facebook Live, YouTube. We'll be watching the game and having a good time here in the Pirate Radio studios next Thursday for some ECU March Madness. Let's make a run in the AAC tournament. How much fun would that be? Let's take a time out. We'll come back when we return. We got some area teams making a run to a potential high school championship. We'll talk about that with Laieke Adebe. Great name. He joins us on the other side to talk all things area high school basketball. When we return on Pirate Radio Live, we'll be back with you right after this.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar with daily specials. And here's the lineup. Mondays feature $7 margaritas and half-price appetizers. Tuesday is stuffed seafood night. Wednesday is date night. Thursday is roasted smoked lamb chop night. Fridays is prime rib night. And Saturday is Italian night and is also Fred and Wilma night with our 36-ounce bone-in tomahawk steak just like the Flintstones. And on Sunday, it's our legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at Arc Point Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust Arc Point Labs to give you quick and accurate results for all your laboratory testing needs. If you are in need of COVID testing for your return to school, work, or for travel, Arc Point Labs is offering same-day PCR and antigen testing with little to no wait time. Please visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina Arc Point Labs locations or make an appointment now at onehourcovidresults.com. Go Pirates!
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Hey Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
You know, everybody's thinking we're having some inventory issues in the car business, which some of it's true. But the good news is, you know, we're getting vehicles from the factory every single week. So what the customer can do is come in, get an appraisal on their trade-in if they have one. They can pick a vehicle that's incoming and actually kind of build it how they want. And then when it gets here in the next 6 to 8 weeks, they're actually taking delivery of a new vehicle.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Hey Pirate Nation, this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at UBE, you can purchase a new Jungle Vibes Only t-shirt for only $10. There are 3 different styles, tie-dye, performance, and long sleeve, all for only $10 each, and 100% of the proceeds will be donated to the ECU Baseball Mustache March campaign to strike out ALS. Get to UBE this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and pick up 1, 2, or all 3 new Jungle Vibes Only t-shirts while supplies last.
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back for the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner. Be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the over 54,000 followers today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, welcome back into Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. Clip Brock with you. Let's talk some high school hoops now as the playoffs roll on, and got some area teams still alive, surviving and advancing. We'll talk about it today with Laieke Adebe as he joins us here inside the Pirate Radio studios for the second time. I hadn't seen you in a while, Laieke. Appreciate your time. How you doing today, man?
First of all, thank you for having me again, Clip. It's great to be back on Pirate Radio.
Laieke, you grind. You are all over this high school stuff, and let's talk about first of all who you are covering these games for. You're doing a little bit on your own, right? And also affiliated with someone. So talk about what you do covering these games.
Well, I've kind of ventured more into photography and videography since we last spoke.
Yeah.
I would say, I now work for WJG Sports, based out of Wayne County with my friend Kai Jones, and I've also done my own thing too. I've been really bouncing all over the place, not just around here, but all over. And I think the platform we've created has grown a lot since we last spoke.
How many high school games were you physically at this year, you think?
Yes.
I mean, every time I look, you are talking about a game, covering a game, and it's pretty impressive. I give you guys credit. The fella from Lenoir County is a Junius
Smith III.
Now he might be in another venture, but there are some guys like you guys that cover it. I know the schools, the coaches, the parents are really appreciative of that, right?
Yes, sir. I would say this community has really embraced all of us, and we definitely appreciate the support from them, and we hope to continue to make it grow and try and provide something that these student athletes have a platform to showcase how talented they are in these respective sports.
On Twitter, you can follow them. You might already be at Laieke Nation 24 _. Laieke, how did you come to get over 16,000 followers on Twitter?
That took some time. Growing a platform takes time, and honestly, I think that kind of played into how Kai and I grew WJG Sports. It took us a lot of time to get YouTube subscribers, and eventually they started to grow. And the platform just became great, at least for my Twitter. But I don't really take it that seriously. It's
good.
I'm still an ordinary person at the end of the day.
All right, let's talk about who's still alive. And of course, if it's March, if it's high school basketball here in the East, Farmville Central is still playing. They are rolling. I asked Brian Bailey yesterday, is anybody going to get the Jaguars this year? He thinks Kinston could do it if they are to meet up. But before we get to that, let's talk about this Jaguars team. Larry Williford is there. He's got the machine rolling. Who are their go-to guys on this year's Jaguars team?
There are a lot of guys who have become upperclassmen and main contributors that were on previous state championship teams and didn't have as big a role. But this year, they're kind of those leaders. So you have Josh Short, who, to my knowledge, has an offer from East Carolina already. The junior forward, who's very athletic, gets to the basket at will, and he's really like the heart and soul of the team. And his game has really grown from his freshman year to now. They also have Jaden Pitt at point guard, who's very crafty, can get his own shot, creates well for himself and others, and I would say they have only one senior on this team, which is incredible to think about. Derek Cox Jr., who's incredibly athletic, does a lot of the dirty work, rebounds well, finishes in the paint. And they also got some young guys, Jadakius Daniels and Alex Moyes, who are sophomores and start. And then they've had a freshman that's come in, Michael Williams Jr., who's really been a shooting specialist for them. And honestly, this Farmville Central team has a lot of options to go to.
A lot of Jags we see on TV now, and then most notably maybe Terquavion Smith, but Justin Wright is having a big year too, right? Former Jag.
Absolutely. He's been all over the place. NC Central, he started to get hot as MEAC conference play has gone on, and honestly, it says a lot that they could have Terquavion Smith at NC State. I know they've kind of struggled record-wise, but he is their second leading scorer. And Justin Wright, I think, is like second or third for NC Central, something like that. So, I think most people around here know Farmville Central's recent history and how well they've performed over the last several years.
Who does Farmville Central have tonight?
They play St. Paul's.
Okay.
Very, very good team out of Robeson County. They're number 4 seed. They had to come back from down 17 in their previous round against Hertford County to advance. So that is a pretty difficult opponent for Farmville because they got a lot of size.
We could be on a collision course for Farmville Central and Kinston. Yep. We shall see. How about the Kinston Vikings this year? Who's making that ship go?
I think everybody knows Jeremy Dixon has been their main contributor. He just committed to Winston-Salem State, so he'll be teaming up with another former Farmville Central Jag, Samaj Teal.
Okay, yeah.
And former Kinston Viking Isaac Parson. Oh, and also, actually, there are 2 former Farmville Central Jags, Daquavius Wilkins, who was on the 2019 state championship
team. Cool.
But Jeremy Dixon has been their go-to option. He's been excellent in every facet, both ends of the floor. He impacts the game. Of course, they have Dante Ellis at point guard, who's played excellent as well. Jalen Cobb. They have a lot of athleticism, and they, for a while, gave Farmville a game in that Kinston MLK showcase in mid-January. before extracurriculars stopped that game.
Yeah.
But Kinston is playing their best basketball. They've only lost, I believe, just that lone game to Farmville Central, and they've had an excellent season under Coach Tyndall.
Of course, we've had crowds back this year. I talked to a high school ref recently, and he said, the coaches and players are kind of the same as they've always been, but for whatever reason, the fans have been extra rowdy this year. He said there's been like 4 or 5 games that he's been in that have had altercations like that, and it's not the guys on the court, right? It's the people in the stands that have caused some issues.
Yeah, there have been several occasions where fans have kind of taken it a little too far, but ultimately, it is good to have fans back in the stands because it feels a lot more normal than last year where it's pretty much empty in every gym, and it just didn't feel right, like places like Farmville and Kinston and all these Pitt County schools, Rose, like, for example, like all these places having fans again, like it's very nice to see. And honestly, the fans have played a big role in some of the teams that, won their games recently to get to the playoffs.
Laieke, what other area teams are still alive here in the playoffs?
Well, in terms of the 252, both Rocky Mount teams are still alive. You also have both Wilson Prep teams. North Edgecombe boys. I think I can't recall anyone else off the top who's from the immediate 252 area.
We just saw
Kip Pride, I guess, 252 area too.
We just saw South Central Conley boys. Those teams lose. Conley. Joe Dooley said last week after a win that it was a tractor pull and a rock fight. It looked like Conley was playing those types of games this year, some low-scoring games, right?
But I got to give a lot of credit to Coach Maloney. He has his game planning is he's like a top-notch coach. He's one of the very best around, and getting his team to, 19, 20 wins. They've had an excellent season, and I was at that particular rock fight with South Central at the end of on senior night, 36-29. I think great football score.
Yeah, well, heck, with the way Conley and those teams play, the football scores being like the 60s or 70s. Yeah. But was able to get it done this year. But they lose on Saturday, a game they led at halftime, I believe, but ended up losing. And so what about on the girls side of things? Are the area girls teams out as well, or some still playing?
Well, you still have the Farmville Central girls as well, are a very talented team. They've got 2 Division I commits now. Amaya Joyner, who will be playing at ECU, and Journey McDaniel, who's playing at East Tennessee State University.
Awesome.
Both very excellent players. They've got a good chance to get back to states this year. Good matchup tonight with Roanoke Rapids, and if they win, presumably they'd have to play St. Paul's in regionals, assuming they beat East Bladen. That would be one of the best matchups on the calendar Saturday if that does come to be. The Farmville Central girls have been very, very good this year.
Bailey, as late as yesterday, said he didn't know where the regional would be on Saturday. Is that still the case?
I still don't know myself, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I've heard everything from it's going to be at the higher seed to certain high school sites, but I've not heard a definitive answer on that.
Kind of strange. Laieke Adebe joining us today here in the Pirate Radio studios. Laieke, who are put you on the spot here, and you probably already named some of them, but who are the best players you've seen, guys that are going to go to the college level after this, guys and girls? Who are the best? Who stands out to you here in this 2022 season?
Well, man, I don't know if I can answer that fully because if I miss somebody,
somebody's going to be mad at you. Yeah.
They're going to be pitchforks right at my door. But I did name a few already. Yeah. Josh Short has been really good. Jeremy Dixon from Kinston. I really like Deontay Joseph from D.H. Conley. Is a player that most college coaches should be on already, unsigned senior. Joseph Thompson at South Central. I've talked about Amaya Joyner and Journey McDaniel. Let's see. Kyla Silver at Conley has been excellent for their girls team. Unfortunately, they lost in the 3rd round as well to probably the best team in the 4A East, if I had to say, Apex Friendship. I Pitt County is just, Pitt County basketball this year has been excellent. Of course, Zamaria Jones of North Pitt is another one that most people know about, she's going to likely play somewhere very nice as well.
Well, another service you provide is really getting some names out there for Pitt, like coaches and on the college level should know and probably do know most of the talent here in the area, but it does seem like there are guys and girls that go overlooked. So, your coverage and you highlighting people probably helps them out. So I would think.
Well, I would like to believe that's the case. I'm not going to say, videography is like the be-all, tell-all. There's many type of ways to get film out to coaches and all that. At the end of the day, this part of the state gets very under-recruited by, I'm not going to say the Division I schools in particular, but really everybody. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of hidden gems all over the place, from here to the Outer Banks to Wilmington and everywhere in between. There's so much good talent around here, not just in basketball, in every sport.
So where will you be tonight?
Good question. At this point, we're in the fourth round of the playoffs. At this point, it's going to be very difficult to pick what game I'm going to, but ultimately, I'm sure every game this evening will be very good for the rest of the season. It's going to be high level stuff.
Good stuff. Laieke Adebe, what else do you want to get out there? Like I gave your Twitter account, but where else can people find your work and everything you do?
Well, I started my own videography business called Strike Lights, and LITES at the end, and you can follow that on all social media platforms, YouTube and all that. And I appreciate you again for having me. We got a lot of love for Pirate Radio.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I wanted to highlight some of these high schools, some of these players here on Pirate Radio Live, and we'll do it again down the road, man. Appreciate you joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you again for having me, Coop.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll have more for you here on this Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
How much does the word reliable mean? Sure, all businesses describe themselves as reliable, and we certainly wouldn't expect any business to be unreliable, but when you take a word like reliable and make it your way of life, the entire core of your business, it tends to mean a little more. And it's something you have to show people, not tell them. At Delcor, we show it by being there the same day you call. We show it by simply doing outstanding work with exceptional products, a family-oriented work ethic, and genuine caring for all of our neighbors throughout Eastern NC, because in a time of need, we know the first and the only thing you need is someone you can count on. That's why we only use equipment you can count on too, like a train comfort system. It's hard to stop a train. Delcor can have a new train comfort system installed in no time, or we can provide an AC tune-up to make sure your system is performing well. So will your system keep you cool all summer? Find out. Call us. We're Delcor, the service professionals, reliable for over 4 decades. Visit delcorinc.com today.
It's bow time. Ever taste something so good you just get hooked? Like the Bojangler, the only fish sandwich splashed with Bo's famous seasoning. So we're having a fish fry, Bojangle style, spicing up premium fish fillets with the good stuff and slathering them with melty cheese and tangy tartar sauce to hook your taste buds with just one bite. Reel in a Bojangler today, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has more American Airlines flights. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
The North Carolina Strut Masters Championship, presented by Leopold, is coming back to Farmville April 9th. Put your skills to the test against some of the best turkey hunters in the country, like Michael Waddell, Nick Munt, Nate Hosey, and many more. The top scoring birds will win big prizes up to $30,000. There'll be live performances by Mikkel Buck, Nate Hosey, and you never know who else will show up. Deadline to register for two-man teams is April 2nd. Registration now open at ncstrutmasters.com.
Pirate Radio.
We'll strap it on with anybody, anywhere. It doesn't matter. I know this. I want to win or lose with the group that we have in our locker room.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Did you miss a show on Pirate Radio? Well, you can listen to all of Pirate Radio's archived local programming by subscribing to us on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or Spotify. Subscribe today by going to the podcast app on your iPhone or Apple device and search for Pirate Radio Audio Archives. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Alrighty, one more segment to go here in hour number 2. Jacob Jenkins Cowart with a base hit through the left side of the infield, and the Pirates have a base runner here in the top of the third. Good job by Nick Logish to get out of the second inning with a bender strikeout to end the second frame. So East Carolina and Duke are scoreless top of the third, 1 man on, 2 men out for Alec Makarevich. So we'll keep you up to date on that as we move along here on Pirate Radio Live. Hope you are enjoying college baseball. Hope you are excited about opening day of the KBO coming up on April, I believe I saw that was April 1st.
Every time I hear that, I think of Mike Wright.
Yeah, I think of Mike Wright, I think of Mike Mullis, and I think of COVID.
And I think of that big, giant sword.
Yeah, that the champions were wielding after the Mike Wright and crew won that championship. I hope you enjoyed Little League Baseball, high school baseball, basically any kind of baseball outside of Major League Baseball, because there will be no opening day, it appears. MLB and the MLBPA met today. MLBPA got an offer from MLB that writers are describing as kind of a final offer to try to have an opening day for Major League Baseball. The offer was scoffed at, I take, and no deal was done. Rob Manfred will speak at 5 o'clock. But as of right now, it does not appear there's
none.
Now, minor league baseball will still take place.
I should have mentioned them. I hope you enjoy your minor league baseball.
Well, we got a lot of former Pirates in the minor league system, so that might be interesting to watch.
Exactly.
That's what we'll be following. We'll be following Pack and Burley and Krasinski.
And I'm going to be making a few trips and maybe more down to K-Town. Enjoy some minor league baseball down there.
Down East Wood Ducks will be in action as well. So, yeah, we'll see if they gain a little more attention with the squabbles going on. Major League Baseball just turning off so many people with these squabbles. I hadn't really paid attention to it.
Rob Manfred needs to get out.
I will continue to not really pay attention to it, but it's as one player DM'd a Braves writer that I saw, David O'Brien, as the Duke Blue Devils get out of the inning on a 5-4 infield putout. baseball team owners are sabotaging themselves. They're killing the sport that they are a part of. So, it takes two to tango. You can be mad at whatever side you want to. Either way, this is all stupid.
Well, you know what? Look at the bright side, Clipper.
Look at you, Mr. Brightside.
Your Atlanta Braves will be the defending World Series champions for 2 years, potentially. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If they don't come up with something and act like they got some sense by the end of the day, there will be no baseball this year.
No, that's not true. There will be it looks like there's going to be no opening day, March 31st. So,
which is very sad because I feel like a lot of people get invested into opening day. They have the day baseball. It's usually around what holiday? Is there a holiday on that Monday?
You know what? Just take a break for a minute.
No, I want to finish what I was saying. But people are invested in it, and then I feel like, just like me, I get into all of baseball on that day. I'm like, oh, look, Yankees and Braves are playing or whatever. And then later on, I'm like, nah. And then I might not get invested in it until postseason.
I get super hype around opening day because you have the, what are those things called, Shirley? The red, white, and blue. What would you call
drapes?
those things? Well, maybe.
Yeah, banners, drapes.
Banners.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever they're called. They're around all the stadiums. It looks beautiful. There's kids
I like 'em.
smiling. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
I had those the other night.
No, Cracker Jack.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack.
All right, we're not doing the Jim Rome Matt Nagy bit.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack.
Let's take a look at some holidays, Chandler.
I thought there was a holiday. Am I wrong?
No, then maybe you are. What, around opening day?
Yeah, like April something.
I
know Mother's Day is like a couple.
Well,
of weeks
at the
into
end
the
of
season.
May is what, Memorial Day weekend? I believe it's the end of May. There is a weekend, but I think it's Memorial Day weekend. I can never remember.
Memorial Day is May 27th.
Okay, yes,
So-
because that's when I'm going to be out of town.
That is a little bit a ways from where Chandler's talking.
Man, I swear I thought it was like a
in
holiday.
K-Town?
But no, there is a holiday where there is some day baseball on. And for some reason, I thought it was on opening day, but I was wrong.
Well, I mean, some people consider opening day a holiday.
I do remember being on spring break back in high school for one of those opening days.
That is one of the greatest stories I've ever heard.
Yes, sir.
All right, here are your national days today. So it's March.
Oh my God,
March the 1st.
There's something for every day, right?
It's I don't know what that is. It's National Peanut Butter Lovers Day.
Well, I'm eating peanuts.
Shirley
so close
is eating
enough.
peanuts as we speak. Shirley, do you like your peanut butter creamy or crunchy?
Creamy.
Chandler.
Creamy. Don't give me no nutty peanut butter.
I kind of like a little crunch in mine. Give me crunchy.
That's sickening. When I was a kid.
How is it sickening?
Oh, it's disgusting. When I was a kid at White Lake and I want a break and I'm like, oh man, a PB&J sounds nice. I've got one. Hey, you mind if I get it? Sure. Grab it, take a bite, crunch. Don't want it. Take it back.
So when you eat peanuts, do you need them like chewed up and spit into your mouth like a baby bird?
No, just some people.
No, I don't like the creaminess and the crunchiness together.
All right.
If it's going to be crunchy, it needs to be a peanut. If it's going to be creamy, it needs to be peanut butter.
Amen. Amen, sister.
Mm-hmm.
Shirley, it is also Fat Tuesday.
I'm well on my way, so all right.
Mardi Gras going on. It is also National Pancake Day. Pancakes or waffles, guys?
Oh. Ooh. Ooh, that's a tough one.
I've probably ate more pancakes in my days than waffles.
But I do like a good waffle.
I think I would go with a waffle.
If you had the option.
Yeah.
I think I would too, actually.
I think I would go waffle.
Yeah, I do like my pancakes, but you can't turn down a good waffle.
I'm on nationaltoday.com, so Pancake Day.
Is today National Compliment Day?
Well,
I thought I saw that.
I haven't got to that yet.
Oh, sorry.
There's a million of these, Shirley.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
National Pig Day.
Huh?
In the appreciation love category, I think this is not about eating. This is more about appreciating the animal that is the pig.
I grew up on a pig farm. And that is funny how
you were raised as
am I
one
funny? I'm funny how
you were brought up and raised as one of the pigs on the farm, and you made it out.
It's just like Jungle Book, but it's a different type of like book.
Shout out to my brothers and sisters that didn't make it out, that made it on barbecue sandwiches.
Yeah.
Or bacon
they realized
packaging.
that's a human in that pig pen. Let's get him out.
Oh boy.
Oink, oink, oink.
It is World Music Therapy Day. Don't know what that is. Chandler, I want to shake your hand.
I want to shake your hand.
National Sportsmanship Day.
I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
Well, too bad the handshake line's going out the door.
Yeah, the Pirates and Golden Hurricane did not celebrate that on Saturday. It is National Wedding Planning Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
And Shirley?
Yes.
Shirley?
It is World Compliment Day.
There you go.
You look great today, Shirley.
Let's do an exercise right now. Let's go around the horn. Chandler's already got the ball rolling here, but let's give out some compliments.
Clip, your hat is fantastic. I absolutely do. It works wonders with your shirt.
Thank you.
Clip, I appreciate you being in my life. You are just
the wind beneath your wings.
The wind beneath my wings. You are a inspiration to me and a mentor, and I appreciate you so much. And you are a great man.
That's very nice of you to say, Chandler. You do a great job here on air, and also have really grown in the sales department, developing relationships. And sometimes we laugh, joke around, but you have a professional side that is to be commended.
I do appreciate.
Well done.
That. Thank you.
Well done.
Shirley, it's been said a number of times, but without you here, there is no Pirate Radio. Everything that goes into what people don't know about as far as the logs, traffic, commercials, everything.
The things that you have seen me drive myself absolutely up a wall
basically
over.
what we're saying is, if it wasn't for you, it would go to hell in a handbasket.
Yes. So thank you for being here and for
thank you
being a fun person to work alongside of.
Thank you.
All right. There you go.
All right. That's enough of
What
that.
What other?
Y'all didn't compliment each other.
Oh.
I did say she looked nice.
Oh yeah.
Today.
Shirley, what do you got?
Chandler.
And I just did say that we would be nothing without her. But anyway, what do you got to say to me?
I sincerely appreciate your enthusiasm when you come to work every day.
That's a good one.
I sincerely appreciate the fact that you have taken our good-natured ribbing in stride, because some people, that might not have as thick of skin as you do might run out of here screaming as much as we kind of give you a hard time over every little thing. But we kid because we love. So there you go.
Good point on his attitude, Shirley, because sometimes Shirley's not in the best of moods.
Yeah, that is very true.
I wouldn't say I'm in a bad mood sometimes, but I am in a mood where I'm like, leave me alone. I just want to kind of be in here by myself.
Yeah.
But Chandler is always upbeat and always brings a positive attitude to work. That's a great one, Shirley.
Yeah, because sometimes you come in with that great attitude, and I'm just looking at you like, could you just go back out the back door and just stay there?
Take that attitude and throw it in
that
the
has
toilet.
nothing to do with you. That has everything to do with me. I'm just saying.
It is.
There are just some days I'm in that mood where I'm just like, I am over today, and it's not even 10 o'clock yet.
It is National Frozen Food Month.
Yo!
It is National Athletic Training Month. It is National Cheerleading Safety Month. It is National Celery Month.
Why would you celebrate that thing? It's like eating air.
It is Dolphin Awareness Month. Are you aware of dolphins? The Miami Dolphins?
I'm aware that the Dolphins suck.
All right, there's literally like 100, more than 100.
Give me some of the most off-the-wall ones.
I feel like I have.
Oh. I just
Steve on Facebook has some compliments.
What'd he say?
He said, Clip, you are not fat and stinky today. Shirley, you are better at music trivia than I am.
Oh, God.
And Chandler, your team is a formidable challenge at sports trivia. Steve, thank you.
Well, that was very nice.
It really wasn't.
How? Because he said you're not fat and stinky?
Yeah.
Today. Which means that he can be fat and stinky tomorrow.
I feel like he's being a little insincere. So I do not accept that compliment.
Okay. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Let's take a time out. Hey, you know who's a great guy to have on the show on National Compliment Day? Seymour.
Seymour.
The guy with the greatest enthusiasm ever.
He is a good kid, a good team,
tough
and a
leg.
tough leg.
If there's any day to have Seymour on, it is National Compliment Day. And he's going to throw out a lot of compliments to this Pirate basketball team and every player across the country. Looking forward to some basketball talk with Cy when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Pirates and Blue Devils scoreless in the fourth. Pirates have a man on, nobody out. We'll keep you up to date on that as we roll on Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live after this.
You know what happens when you mess with a 125-year-old legend? You get Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Inspired by the legendary taste of Topo Chico mineral water and crafted with unique flavors like strawberry guava, tangy lemon lime, tropical mango, and exotic pineapple for a crisp, refreshing finish. Topo Chico Hard Seltzer is a game changer. New Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Legends never stop refreshing. TC Hard Seltzer Company, Tempe, Arizona, Auburndale, Florida. Celebrate responsibly.
March Madness Preview, sponsored by Geico.
Jaden Ivey right down the middle of the lane, springs for legs. Ivey two-handed flush. Somehow the runway was clear for Jaden Ivey, his third dunk today.
Purdue is one of several teams to sit atop the rankings this season. Could it be their year to get back to the Final Four? To find out, stay tuned for Westwood One's exclusive NCAA tournament coverage right here.
Geico presents Motorcycle Sounds. If you hear this, and within 15 seconds you already know that it's a 6-speed cruiser with a wheelbase of 120 inches, a V-twin 2-cylinder engine with a max torque of 110 foot-pounds, a bright yellow body, black upholstery, chromed out wheels, a nice clean fairing, and a big dresser in the back ready to tour, well, then you probably ride a motorcycle. So you probably know that Geico could save you even more when you bundle motorcycle with your home or car insurance. Geico Motorcycle. Save even more when you bundle.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
Hey, this is Troy D., proud ECU grad from the class of 94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Hey, Pirate Nation, this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at UBE, you can purchase a new Jungle Vibes Only t-shirt for only $10. There are 3 different styles, tie-dye, performance, and long sleeve, all for only $10 each, and 100% of the proceeds will be donated to the ECU Baseball Mustache March campaign to strike out ALS. Get to UBE this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and pick up 1, 2, or all 3 new Jungle Vibes Only t-shirts while supplies last.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Topo Chico Hard Seltzer, the only hard seltzer inspired by Topo Chico Mineral Water's legendary taste. Topo Chico Hard Seltzer is gluten-free and contains only 100 calories. Topo Chico Hard Seltzer has an ultra-refreshing crisp taste with real lime juice and tequila flavor. Look for the Topo Chico Variety Pack today at your favorite retailer. Topo Chico Hard Seltzer is proudly distributed by Coastal Beverage Company. Please drink responsibly. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is Clip Rock.
All right, Shirley, I love hearing you say Topo Chico. That's fun.
Topo Chico.
Topo Chico. It's a little bit of a tongue twister there.
I've actually had the Topo Chico. I was out in the jungle watching that opening series with Bryant, and my buddy Joe had them, and I said, "What the hell is that?" And I had no beer left. And he was like, "You want to try one?" I said, "Yeah, sure." It was delicious. They have all kinds of flavors, pineapple. They had like some kind of guava, and some other flavors too that you should try. Right. Topo Chico.
There you go. Good stuff. Pirates go down in the 4th. They have had some opportunities to get some runs in today, but unable to do so. Just had 1st and 3rd with 2 outs after an Agnos hit, but Bryson Worrell grounds out to first base. So we remain scoreless heading into the bottom of the 4th inning in Durham. We'll keep you up to date on that. We'll also talk some Pirate Hoops here today on the Bud Light ECU Report, brought to you by Bud Light. Seymour calls games for ESPN Plus, the home games this year. So his broadcast season has come to an end, but he joins us today here on Pirate Radio Live to talk some hoops. Always great to talk with you. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Clip. Having a good day. I hope you are.
Yes, sir. It's a beautiful day here in eastern North Carolina, and a nice time for the Pirates to, as Joe Dooley said, get a little mental and physical break as they don't play again until Saturday in the regular season finale against Wichita State. How about last week, Si? 2 home wins for the Pirates, knocking off South Florida and Tulsa.
Yeah, and really 2 good wins. South Florida, they end up winning on Saturday. I mean, all of these teams are about even, except for about 3 or 4. They've got a little bit more juice. But listen, that's a great win against South Florida. And then to beat, I really think a team that's just had hard luck all year, Tulsa, who is used to winning, and with a really good coach. Frank Haith's a good coach. That's a really great win. I really had doubts that can you get 2 in a row because it's so hard. And the Pirates came through.
If you'd have told me going into the year ECU sweeps Tulsa this year, Si, I might have said you were crazy just because of the history between the 2 schools. But they got them on the road, got them here at home. And once again, Si, every game is nip-tuck at the end. And we've talked about some didn't go the Pirates' way. They've had a lot go their way this year. And sure enough, 2 more games last week where with 3-4 minutes left, it's right there for either team to take it. And credit to East Carolina for getting both of them.
Yeah, what a great job Joe Dooley's done with this ball club. I mean, you got to look up and his veterans. He's kept them, and they played well and did what they had to do. And then you blend in. I really think when you look at this ball club, I think the bigs have done a good job. I'm talking about Luigi DeBow and Frank and DeBow. They played well. The freshmen have played well. R.J. Felton and then when you look at Johnson's done a good job. And then you look at the group that's been back, and he kept them all. A really good year. You lost a good one in Gardner, but you've saved a lot of good players on that ball club.
Seymour joining us. You talk about this time of the year, and you got to have good guard play once you get into a tournament, and a guy that can put you over the top and help you survive in advance. And how about Tristan Newton the other night? Big night for him, and we've seen that in flashes from Tristan, and you just hope he can keep it going down the stretch here. And if the Pirates need a shot, if they need a bucket, if they need a guy to go to the free throw line at the end of a game, they give Tristan Newton the ball, and he'll get it done for you. He certainly did the other day.
Yeah, you've hit it on the button. I mean, let's get real. He had 27 points, only had one turnover on the day, and I guess 6 or 7 assists. I can't remember, but it was up there pretty good, and rebounded well. And that's what that young man does. And this is a kid that's from El Paso, Texas, that give credit to Joe Dooley and his staff for recruiting him. He averaged 36 a game in a small high school, and he turns out to be really a star in the American. And he's done it every year. He's quiet, doesn't say a lot, and he gets it done, and he's back. You got another year with him. Just a tremendous player, and he's come through in every situation this year. I mean, he just really steps up, and I think it's leadership. I also think Tremont's had a big-time year.
Yeah.
I think Tremont's, when ECU wins against a lot of teams, Tremont's been the offensive couple of big threes or three-point play or steal that makes the difference. And Suggs is out same way. Those three guys are back, and they played lights out all year. That tells you what can happen if you can keep kids together over a period of time. They just get better and better.
Quick side note, Si, Tristan, I didn't know this until Saturday, comes from an athletic family. So I met Sub Dogs Saturday night, meeting an old friend, Ariel Epstein, formerly of WCTI 12, was in town, and I met her down there, and we catch wind of Packers running back Aaron Jones is hanging out at Sub Dogs. And so we start to look around, and then I see Tristan Newton. And Si, I don't like to go up to people and ask for pictures and things like that, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna use Tristan as my in here. So I said, hey, Tristan, man, can we get a picture with you and your crew here? So I was able to chat very briefly with Aaron Jones, but I saw video. My wife showed me video of Aaron. I guess he posted on his Instagram of him hollering and cheering for the Pirates in Minges on Saturday, rooting for his cousin Tristan. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, King, and did it last year.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I mean, we don't know it because we're we're Washington, so we don't keep up with other teams. But you're right. He came last year, and you're right. Tristan comes from an athletic family, and they want him to play hard and win too, and that's a big time win for the young man. And his mom and dad are wonderful. They're a military background. And just good people, and such a good win for the Pirates. But for all of them, it was a good win. The team win.
Yep.
What I like is that these kids are graduating. Joe's team, when they go out on the floor for senior day, these guys are graduating in the spring. I mean, they've done the right stuff to get through school. And when you look at Joe's record on graduation, he has stepped up. Now he means business on that. He'll tell you he's so proud of JJ getting his degree. That's the kind of guy, that's what you want to hear. Our kids are graduating, and they're playing hard, and so you're excited about it.
Yeah, I read the senior day intro style on the PA Saturday, and I was I was very impressed at all the academic accolades for those guys that walked on the court before the game that day. So very impressive stuff on and off the court. And by the way, Si, final note on Aaron Jones, I think my sales pitch for him to join Washington fell flat, so I might need you to help me out on that one. So you can get to work on that. Si Seymour joining us today here on Pirate Radio Live. So Si, once again, the week off, and I mentioned it earlier, Dooley said mental and physical rest for the guys. They'll get some practice in before heading off to Wichita. But this comes at a pretty good time, right, Si? You get a week to relax a little bit. You get one final game, and then a few more days to prepare for the tournament. So I think this little what do you call it, a bye midweek for East Carolina, whatever you want to call it, comes at a really good time here at the end of the year.
It is. Some people will tell you they'd rather have it somewhere around the 1st of February or the end of January just because they need legs. But I'll tell you, Coach Dooley's done a great job of playing a lot of kids, trying to limit time so there's not too much beat up. You know, a lot of times ECU's had to go 38 minutes and 39 minutes, and I know Krista does that a lot, but Coach Dooley's well aware of the problems of doing that, and he has tried to handle it right. This gives him a week at the end of the year to really rest and get them ready and get a couple of nicks and bruises healed. And it comes at a great time for East Carolina. And they were winning when they would have had a break. That's really big to do that. They've had some real good wins here down the stretch.
Right now, East Carolina sits 8th in the American. They can get up to 7th if Cincinnati loses a couple here, Cy, and then East Carolina beats Wichita State. So, but as of right now, it looks like we might have Wichita State coming up Saturday, then Wichita State coming up next Thursday in the first round of the AAC tournament. And we have yet to see the Shockers. They were supposed to come here earlier this season. That game was not played, so this will be the first game against them. And Jeff Charles and just about everybody will say it's that, and you can attest to it. Is that the toughest environment you think to play in? Those fans love some basketball there in Kansas.
Yeah. The Roundhouse is great. I mean, it really is. It is a home court advantage. They've got a winning tradition. When we went 2 years ago, whenever we were there, the place, the student section was filled up 35, 40 minutes before the game, and people are just coming in. This is a pretty big city. Understand that Wichita is not a small town. It is a major city, and when I think 390,000. I mean, it's not a small place at all. Well, then you take into it, there's no pro game in the whole state. In that area, not in that part of the state. And so it is all they do. That basketball team is everything to them, and they show up. And the Coop brothers are big givers there, and they support that program. And they show up. It's loud, and it's a great place to play. I enjoy that. You know how Minji's can get? It's like that every night.
Yeah.
It's full, though. It's completely full, and it's loud like that every game. But Minji's really is a great place, too. When ECU's right, that's a tough place to play. But I would say when I look at Wichita State, the best arena.
Tough environment for the Pirates coming up on Saturday. We'll talk about the AAC tournament more next year. Si, how about this past Saturday? You had 7 top 10 teams lose on the same day. You had 1 through 6 in the AP Top 25 lose. And all the years of basketball we've watched, Si, that has never happened before. Just a wild Saturday, and really sets up for a fun month of March.
It really, I know we say this and people get tired of it, but there is so much parity.
Yeah.
Then you throw in transfer portals. It's really the tournament. If you said to me, "Who you think will win it?" I think there are probably 15 teams that can win it. I'm not just saying that. Baylor could win it. Duke could win it. If Houston's right, they could win it. I mean, and I'm leaving out teams. I'm just throwing out 3, but there's so many. Kansas. My God, how do you leave out Kansas? And I'm just saying a few.
I know what you mean. Arkansas is a team right now that I wouldn't want to play if I'm in the tournament, and they're ranked. They're like tied for 14th in the polls, so you can go all the way back there.
Here's one. They may not get in, but if they get in and they play well, Memphis is as good as anybody in the country. They beat Alabama like a drum early in the year when Alabama was 9th in the country. That's how crazy, and they may not get in. I mean, it is just so much fun. And ECU beat Memphis. That's how much fun this year's tournament's going to be. It's going to be a treat for guys like me and you. We're going to really enjoy it.
Yes, sir. Joe Lenardi, Joey Brackets at ESPN. And again, this is not the gospel. It's his guide, and he's really good at it. So he does know what he's talking about. He's got Memphis as one of his last 4 in, being the second American team. He's got SMU on his first 4 out list. So the Mustangs, according to Joe Lenardi, still some work to do, which for Memphis, for SMU, and then for every team under them in the American, it's going to be a wild AAC tournament because the other team's going to have to win to get in. But for SMU and Memphis, they're going to be playing each game there at the Dickies Arena, kind of fighting for their live side. And there's a lot of teams like that across the country that are going to be doing that next week.
You're right, and I love Dickies Arena. This is a beautiful arena, about 19,000 seats. and of course we worked out in it, and then COVID hit, and we didn't get to play it. Play the tournament. So this will be a really good venue to watch a tournament game. The other part you're talking about, I really thought our league. I'm talking about the American. I thought we got taken last year. I thought there should have been at least. The league took Wichita, or the tournament took Wichita State and Houston, and Memphis won the NIT going away.
Yeah.
They won it by like 20 points in the finals. They beat everybody in it. Didn't matter who it was. And I thought that team should have never been sitting home. And then Houston goes to the Final Four. So you had the team that won the NIT and one team in the Final Four. And that's really, you had three teams. I really think there should have been three teams in. I thought the league got taken last year. And I'm hoping that somehow Tim Jankovich's team can get in. They've had a heck of a year. They were impressive in Greenville, and they've got a good ball club. But there are a lot of good ball clubs thinking the same way. But I'm hoping we can get three in, slip them in.
Yeah. Cy Seymour joining us today. No midweek basketball for East Carolina. They return to the court on the road against Wichita State this weekend. So, Cy, you can kick back, relax, and watch some good basketball beginning tonight, 6:30, Providence and Villanova, in a great Big East matchup there. You've also got Coach K, his final road game in the regular season. Duke taking on Pittsburgh tonight. Purdue at Wisconsin is the top 10 matchup, and Arizona USC. There's some good basketball in the Pac-12 we don't see, Cy, because they're on too late at night. But remember the run the Pac-12 went on in the tournament last year. So enjoy this next week, Cy, and we'll get into some tournament play. It's a great time of year, ain't it?
It's a great time of year. So much fun to watch, and we're very fortunate to have this league to go to in our own backyard. Our league is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. People really need to go out and watch the American Conference, because it's really a top-notch league every night out. And thank you for what you cover and how you work on it. And of course, it's just, and I think it's going to be good. The tournament's going to be great, so let's enjoy that one too.
Cy, we'll talk to you next week and break down the American tournament if we can get you. How about that?
You know we will. I'll be glad to do it. I'm excited about it.
Let's do it, Cy. Thank you for joining us today. Have a great week, Cy, and we'll talk to you again soon.
You got it. See you, Clip.
All right. 1 week away then from Cy Seymour AAC Tournament Bracketology here on Pirate Radio. Looking forward to that. Lane Hoover out at first base. The man loves the chopper, Chandler, as you have stated a few times today, because he's hit ground balls and grounded out a couple of times now. It is the top of the fifth inning, 1 out, nobody on. Pirates and Blue Devils scoreless in Durham. All right, we will take a break. Shirley, you want to make somebody a winner now? All right, let's go.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Alrighty, 317-1250, the number. It is a new day. It is a new month. So everybody is eligible to win a prize. What are we giving away today?
How about a shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's?
Sounds like a plan.
Tuesday.
Let's go. All right, 317-1250. Shirley, what caller are you looking for?
I'm going to go with caller number 6.
All right, caller 6 can be a winner right now. 317-1250. We are back with more on Pirate Radio Live. Got a Major League Baseball update. Some games have officially been canceled. We'll tell you how long. And also talk a little Pirate football when we return after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because slice to order makes a sub above. Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly. Because grilled to order makes a sub above.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
From our floor to your door, Bostic Sugg Furniture has what you need in stock, so you can get your furniture now, not later. Save store-wide, plus get special financing on our huge selection of beautiful furniture from Lazy Boy, Bassett & Rowe. Better sleep starts now on the Arctic Mattress by Serta on a power motion base with 48-month special financing and no money down, plus our exclusive 10-year power base warranty. From our floor to your door, create something beautiful at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Hey Pirate Nation, this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at UBE, you can purchase a new Jungle Vibes Only t-shirt for only $10. There are 3 different styles, tie-dye, performance, and long sleeve, all for only $10 each, and 100% of the proceeds will be donated to the ECU Baseball Mustache March campaign to strike out ALS. Get to UBE this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and pick up 1, 2, or all 3 new Jungle Vibes Only t-shirts while supplies last.
This is Mike Houston, head football coach at East Carolina University, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 28 locations to serve you. Quality Equipment is open in Winterville next to Sam's Club, or visit QualityEquip.com to find the location near you. And congratulations to Jeff Dover of Greenville, who walked away with a shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's and enjoy your favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Plus, they have ice-cold cervezas, and Chico's famous margaritas are always available. For Mexican food and fun, it's gotta be Chico's. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is Clip Rock.
All right, just wrapping up a bad MS Paint Photoshop. How am I supposed to do this and host a show at the same time? I'm a content junkie, much like CJ Schaefer.
Junkie.
And I'm trying to wrap this one up.
Lord have mercy, son. What are you doing, son?
Oh,
really?
That is
really,
hilarious.
Son? What are you doing?
I can see it from here, and that is pretty hilarious.
I mean, is this supposed to be like a comedy show or something?
This is a reference that a lot of people won't even get, but Shirley and I will, because we are of a certain age. And I think this is pretty darn good. So we're going to hit tweet on that and see what happens.
Voila.
And let the magic fly.
All right. Congratulations to the Doves.
The Doves.
Pirates have broken through. They have a 1-0 lead over Duke. It was an Alec Makarevich RBI. He's on third. Was it a double or a triple?
No, it was a double.
It was a double.
And I don't know what happened to advance. Either he stole or there was a pass ball. I don't know.
I think Jenkins Cowart, I think he just got a good read on that ball, saw that it was going to be getting in the gap, and he took off and was able. He's got long legs, so a big stride, and he was able to get around third and get home to put the Pirates on the board. 1-0 ECU lead.
All right.
Okay, I have a question about Mustache March.
What's the question?
Please ask.
What could the question
Okay,
be?
so of course, obviously, Mustache March.
It's for ALS.
It's for ALS. It's our annual fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to have the mustache starting March 1st, or are you trying to grow out the mustache? And the reason why I ask is because Mr. Mack Truck, AMAC, has no mustache. Some of the other players do have mustaches. Nick Logish has a very pencil-thin mustache.
I think veterans in the game do what your C.J. Mayhew's, your Ryder Giles's, your Bryson Worlds's were doing, which is have a kind of a beard rolling into late February.
Right.
And then March 1st, you
shave it all off and then just keep the mustache.
Who was the guy before C.J. Mayhew with a great mustache? Was that Wolf? Was his last name Wolf, a pitcher for ECU that had just an outstanding mustache?
Yeah.
Jacob Wolf?
Yeah, the lefty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
He had like a handlebar mustache, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was, yeah.
I wonder if John Young is sporting a stash this time of year.
Good question. Nice.
Well, I was just curious.
Nice segue.
Mm-hmm.
Into football.
I didn't mean that, but you're welcome.
Shirley, let's back up those trucks because we got some work to do around here.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Let's see.
We got work to do. It's not all fun and games. Sometimes you got to put in the work, the manual labor, and do the job.
The only thing I don't like about work is my headphones don't stay on very well.
We are working in the late hours today so we can construct you a countdown to kickoff presented by David Price Construction. Chandler, how many days away are we from kicking things off in the 2022 season?
We are 186 days away from ECU kicking off the 2022 campaign with the Wolfpack of NC State right here in Greenville in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Before you know it, it'll be kickoff time. But right now, 186 days away on the David Price Construction Countdown to Kickoff.
The ECU Football Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by David Price Construction, run by ECU alumni David Price. Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, large-scale residential renovations, and additions. Call them today, 919-292-5532, or you can go online, davidpriceconstruction.com, for all your commercial or custom residential and building needs. David Price Construction, proud ECU Home Services partner.
You know the only thing we're missing?
What's that?
A sledgehammer.
Yeah,
that's exactly what we need.
In fact, when I said we need the beeping truck, I also said we need this.
The jackhammer.
Jackhammer. Oh, you're saying in studio
we need a physical sledgehammer.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe
we need to borrow it from Jake Agnos. Zach Agnos. I do that every time.
I can't believe I haven't done it yet while he's been in here.
I do it every time. I just want to say Jake every time.
I'm going to do it.
Because he sounds like Jake.
Yeah. He's got a great personality like Jake.
Yeah.
All right. So yesterday I saw on the social media machine that they were having squat day. Big John was working the guys out, and they were doing squats, and they were all fired up.
I love the intensity.
I love the intensity of a football weight room, Chandler, especially
in the off season, like in February, in January, in the winter workout,
because everybody's pumping up each other.
Yeah,
you're so happy for your teammate, that kind of stuff.
Like the other day, we saw the first time we did the David Price construction countdown to kickoff. We were talking about Keaton Mitchell. They were doing up downs early in the morning.
Yeah,
his energy and his leadership was shown in that video. And then there was a few people in this video today with the squats that I guess they were hitting PRs, some personal records, and they were very, very excited and jacked up.
Quick Buck scoreboard, 2-0 ECU. As I think that was Wilcoxon that hit a comebacker to the pitcher and it careened off his foot. And so now we have runners at first and second with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning.
All right, Pirates breaking through first in this one, up 2-0 over Duke. Chandler, on that note, I'm looking forward to having Bryce Williams in here tomorrow. He may have already seen this video, but I could just hear him watching this video like, dang, I remember. That brings back memories. Dang, I remember that.
So that's where you
that reminds
that's
me.
where you kind of form that bond with your teammates.
That reminds me, Swamp Monster. He was putting up like 600 pounds.
Terry Williams was a beast.
I reached out to one of Bryce's old teammates to see if we could double dip on a football interview on Wednesday. We can't do it the first couple weeks here in March, but late March. We about had a collision, but Duke gets out of the inning. Late March, early April, we'll have Bryce Williams in studio and former ECU cornerback Rocco Scarfone on the phone.
Oh, nice.
On the Rocco Scarfone. As he says he's got something going on job-related, but would be very happy to join us coming up in a few weeks. So
one of the best names in ECU football.
Yep.
I met his parents.
Family?
His
I met
family.
his family.
Did you get up behind him and dance?
No, but I did see them in a restaurant establishment in Uptown Charlotte, and I can't remember how I started talking to this woman. Maybe may I sit here or something? And she was talking, and she said, I like your hat. My son plays football for ECU. I said, what's his number? I guarantee I know who he is.
Look at this guy.
And she said, number 10. And I said, is your son named Rocco Scarfone? And she said, oh, my goodness. Yes, he is.
Why are you talking so sassy to this woman?
Because I was just,
because the sass is real.
It ain't bragging if it happened.
But it's not bragging if it happened.
That's
and
correct.
You knew the number. You knew the player.
I knew him. I said, just say the number. I'll know who he is. And it was Rocco Scarfone.
You should have kept really annoyed him. Say another number.
Yeah, say a number. Who is?
Number?
Say
what?
a
Say a number.
So
there's
Chandler
a cool story.
Ruined that family's dinner. We'll talk about that with Rocco and a lot more. A lot of Bryce's old stories, he said that name, Rocco Scarfone. So I figured he'd be a good one to reach out to get Rocco's side of the stories.
Speaking of former Pirates, it was reported earlier on our social media sometime this morning, actually. Offensive lineman Brandon Smith, who played with the Pirates from 2013 to 2017, signed with the Edmonton Elks up in the Canadian Football League. Of course, there's quite a few former Pirates that are up there. Deshaun Amos is up there.
Yep.
Dominique Davis,
Yep.
Dominique Davis,
Yep.
I get him and Pinckney mixed up all the time. But Dominique Davis, Stanley Bryant, of course, is Grey Cup champion, 2-time Grey Cup champion, and he plays for the Winnipeg Bombers. So there's a lot of former Pirates that have that CFL connection. Keith Stokes actually was up in the CFL for quite some time, was actually an assistant to Devon Claybrooks, the guy better known as Biscuit, as Jeff Charles likes to say.
Biscuit.
Claybrooks was the coach for the BC Lions, and Keith Stokes was on his staff, and he has now taken over a high school football program in Pennsylvania, which is the state that he is originally from. So I don't think it's in the city where he's from, but it's somewhere in Pennsylvania. So there's a lot of connections there with the Canadian Football League. So we can also keep up with that in the event that Major League Baseball does not get up and running because the CFL plays like later in the summer, if my memory serves correctly.
And by the way, sorry, Clip, but Ben Kurt put on Twitter yesterday that he is looking for his black East Carolina jersey that he wore against Carolina in that game where the Pirates put up a 70 burger. So he's looking for that.
He's been on the hunt for that for years.
He's been
number 6, isn't it?
For that for a while. So if anybody knows where that jersey is, please help out former Pirate, former Cavalier.
I feel like we did this a couple years ago and thought we had some intel and thought we were tracking it down, but I guess it never came to fruition. John Moody, the story topper, says, I met Rocco's mom at a NASCAR race. Saw my pirate flag, sought me out to introduce herself. Super nice lady.
She was a super nice lady.
Whose story is better? Right now, I'm going to go with John.
Why? Because he was at a NASCAR race. That's cool. I was just at some restaurant in Uptown Charlotte.
Nah, your story was better because you really set yourself up for failure.
I mean, I was risking it.
You risking it for the biscuit.
I was risking it for the biscuit.
And you got it right. So, yeah, your story's better, Chandler. I'll give you credit for that one. All right. Weird attempt there by Lane Hoover.
What the hell was that?
I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was just more concerned about the wall.
That wall was kind of weird. So.
It's a very low wall.
I think there's a net there, too.
Yeah.
I think there's a net, so I think it bounced off the net, but it looked like he was nowhere near where that ball was landing.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. I have a football-related question, but I'll ask it to you folks when we return on Pirate Radio Live, East Carolina with a 2-0 lead, and Ben Terwilliger says, you ain't got to go to Crabtree Valley Mall, but Crabtree, I'm going to snatch your chain. You got to get out of here.
Wow.
Have a seat.
I used a lot of Crabtree references there.
Yeah.
Some sorry-ass receiver like Crabtree ain't going to get a hit off Terwilliger. Strikes out Crabtree. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Pirates lead 2-0. We're back with you after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
You know, everybody's thinking we're having some inventory issues in the car business, which some of it's true. For used vehicles, Brown & Wood has a lifetime powertrain on every vehicle you buy from us, new or used. So even when you buy a used vehicle from Brown & Wood, you have lifetime powertrain. We cover the engine, transmission for as long as you own the car.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Cliff Godwin. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for our sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the team at Orthopedics East at 252-757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom with Team Coop Strong. We want to invite you to the Coop Strong race on March 19th. This unique race has a 4-mile course, a ruck division, and an awesome after party. Proceeds support the local nonprofit Coop Strong, which provides financial support for those fighting ALS, scholarships in memory of Dr. Nelson Cooper, and funding for ALS research. You can sign up at runtheeast.com and follow Coop Strong on Facebook for all of the details. As always, we appreciate your support, and go Pirates!
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville is the perfect place to get all your amigos together for some Mexican food, fun, and football. Chico's has been a game day tradition for Pirate football fans for over 30 years. Whether the game is home or away, make it a Chico's Day for some great specials and the best chips and salsa in town. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has more American Airlines flights. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville. Hey, this is Troy D., proud ECU grad from the class of 94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
Pirate Radio.
The
voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. At Angel Oak, they continue to make customer service a number one priority. A local mortgage advisor is the key to your transaction success. The combination of their local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products, from standard, conventional, government, and portfolio loans, has something for every financial situation. For more information, call Talbot Green, Braxton Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you here on Pirate Radio Live. Pirates are out of the fifth, but not without some damage. Two-run dinger has tied it up at 2 as we head to the
swinging
sixth. Dingers. Well, thank you, Shirley. Head to the 6th at Durham.
Not a good time, Shirley. Not a good time.
Read the room.
Sorry.
Read the room. Terwillinger gives up a dinger.
That is correct. A Terwillinger. Yeah. Probably should have stayed in my lane.
Stay in it. Stay in it.
Read the room.
Stay in it.
Yeah, should have read the room. Read a book. Shirley and Chandler, question for you. Spring football coming up.
Okay.
A storyline. A position group.
Okay.
A topic starter. What are you looking forward to seeing, talking about, learning more about during this year's spring football campaign?
Offensive line.
What about it? Speak on that.
The new guys that we got in here, you got the transfer from West Virginia, Parker Moore. You've got a guy, I think, coming from New Mexico. And then there was another late get for the Pirates. I mean, that was definitely a category that Mike Houston and his staff were looking to get deeper in depth and bigger. And sure enough, they got that this offseason. So definitely want to look at how the offensive line is going to be, because I'm trying to think, is guys like Justin Chase, who are veterans on this team, are they gone? Are they still here? I'm not sure, but looking to see how this offensive line looks this spring. That'll definitely be something that I will be looking at when the spring game comes, which I think is set for April 9th. So definitely going to be looking at that offensive line position.
All right, good call. Let's take a quick look at the line. So they got the new guys you mentioned.
Parker Moore is one from West Virginia. I know. Maybe the Johnson kid.
So I guess Chase is gone, but Avery Jones is back. They hope to get Rob Vanderland back from injury.
Who missed just about all of last year.
Mount Everett, Keziah Everett still on the roster. Grayson Lewis, Cannon Clark, Isaiah Foote. Our friend Scott from Maryland, who always listens, asked about Isaiah Foote, the kid from Maryland. Big Noah Henderson. Yeah, man, it'd be great to have him back fully healthy. Bailey Malovic, getting him back. It's almost like we're getting all these guys back because so many of them got hurt or they're newcomers.
Yeah.
Grant Copeland listed. Nashad Strother's back. Played a lot last year.
Guard.
Hampton Ergel, Walter Stribling. Richard Pierce listed as a redshirt freshman. So we do have a lot of returners there, Chandler, plus the Moore and Jacob Sacra coming in. And so new faces plus some old familiar faces there on the O-line.
You mentioned a guy, Bailey Malovic was a guy that we were Pirate fans were chuckling at because of his size, his unique stature, who started a lot of games at the right tackle position for the Pirates a couple of years ago, and worked really hard in the offseason last year to get on weight, and he did just that. I mean, I remember Shankweiler at Media Day talking about the development of Bailey Malovic, and then unfortunately, I believe it was that very first game against App State and Charlotte where he got hurt and was out for the rest of the year. So very excited to see him come back, and that's a name that I didn't mention. But I wonder what he's done this offseason, and while he's been hurt, I wonder if he's added more weight. I wonder, how he's developed since the injury. So Bailey Malovic is definitely a guy that I'm excited to see in this offensive line group.
All right, Zach Agnos does what Zach Agnos does, and that's draw a walk. He is on first to lead off the sixth inning. Shirley, anything come to mind for spring football for you?
For me, it is a couple of things. The first, obviously, being the wide receiver group.
That was going to be mine.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm saying it's a big one. It's a pretty obvious one because so many unknowns.
Yeah, there's so many unknowns, and of course with the exit of Tyler Snead, who also is kind of goes hand in hand with my second kind of area concern would be special teams. Who is good? Who is going to be your point person for the return game now that Tyler is gone?
Spring is a good time to work that stuff out, right?
Yeah.
And answer these questions.
Yeah.
I try to.
Here's one for you. Will C.J. Johnson be a part of spring ball?
That's a good question.
That is a very good question. And that is really going to play into what's going to happen with that wide receiver core.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to obviously step up that we don't really know about at this moment.
Or we're going to have to start relying a lot more on those tight ends that we've got that have shown some promise.
The tight end group is a position group that we can focus on too.
Well, but there's not a ton of questions on it. We almost have answers there.
Right.
Hello. Oh.
Oh, we almost had a tilt-a-whirl.
Oh, so close.
But it's a three-bagger, so you know what that means? 3 spins, baby.
All right, Bryson Worrell, triple in the gap. Agnos scores, and that's going to be a 3-spinner.
My headphones. My headphones almost got tangled up in my chair.
3 spins for a 3-bagger, baby.
Woo! And Zach Agnos scoring on that.
Now, you know what Bryson Worrell is probably thinking about right now on third base?
Dang.
Man, I wish that would have got out so I could see that video of the Pirate Radio Live crew spinning in the studio.
Everybody jump on the tilt-a-whirl because it's happening.
3-2, baby.
So what I say is a single gets you 1 spin, double gets you 2, triple gets you 3, then a home run, I say you can just do whatever the hell you want to. You can spin for however long you want to.
All right. I like your...
I can't do that because I'll get sick.
Now Lane Hoover with the base hit.
And we got another run on the board. Mr. Tilt-a-whirl.
Good work.
Great
Good work,
response
Pirates.
by the Pirates after Terwilliger gives up a 2-run home run to tie the game at 2. And just like that, the Pirates are up by 2 again.
Babyface Lane Hoover with the base
He does.
knock
He has a serious baby face.
through the left side of the infield.
And he's what, a senior? Or
Nah.
Junior, maybe?
With COVID times, there's a chance he might still be listed as a sophomore, but maybe he's a junior. I'll look it up. All right, let's go to break. We will come back and wrap up today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Lane Hoover is a junior.
Okay.
Hoover the junior. We'll take a timeout, come back. More to go after this.
We have some exciting news at Angel Oak Home Loans. This is Talbot Green, and I would like to introduce you to the newest member of our team, Braxton Green. I've known Braxton his entire life because he's my nephew. He is also a recent ECU graduate and has lived in Eastern North Carolina his entire life.
This is Braxton Green, and I'm looking forward to working with you with your next home loan or refinance. Give us a call at Angel Oak Home Loans today at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Papa John's just took their fresh, never frozen dough and hand stretched it New York style. So you can fold it or not. Hang on, I fold it. Get a New York style pizza from Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, the new Papa John's New York style pizza is a MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
At US Cellular, we know you have a choice of wireless carriers. And while the other guys may limit your choice of free phones, at US Cellular, you can choose any phone from any brand for free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
University PC Care has been busier than ever repairing personal PC and Mac computers and iPhones during this pandemic, and we thank you for your support. Now, with everyone streaming and doing work from school and home, you may have discovered that your home Wi-Fi just isn't cutting it. It may be time to upgrade your home network, and University PC Care can help. To make a network assessment appointment and discover upgrade options that fit your home, go to talktowilliam.com or learn more at universitypccare.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at UBE, you can purchase a new Jungle Vibes Only t-shirt for only $10. There are 3 different styles, tie-dye, performance, and long sleeve, all for only $10 each, and 100% of the proceeds will be donated to the ECU Baseball Mustache March campaign to strike out ALS. Get to UBE this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and pick up 1, 2, or all 3 new Jungle Vibes Only t-shirts while supplies last.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Watch all of Pirate Radio's local programming on YouTube Live. Go to YouTube, search for Pirate Radio TV, and you can subscribe and watch Pirate Radio Live Monday through Friday from 3 until 6. And the Bud Light pregame tailgate in the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter on game days during football season. So just go to YouTube, search Pirate Radio TV, and then click on that subscribe button. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is Clip Brock.
Alrighty. Strike him out, throw him out. Pirates score 2 in the 6th, and it will be 4-2 heading to the bottom of the 6th. Our final look at the Buccaneer Music Hall Scoreboard presented by DeBug.
DeBug, ECU with 9 hits, and the lone hit from Duke is that 2-run home run. So 4-2 ECU leads with 9 hits to Duke's 1.
Hits are overrated.
Well, our pitching staff has done an outstanding job so far. Just giving up that 1 hit and only 2 runs, I'll take that.
All right, let's finish it out. This show and this game, right? Let's get a W here today and get ready for the Keith Leclaire Classic. We'll talk more about that tomorrow with Scott Rogers. Scooter will join us, the voice Jeff Charles. We'll be talking some Pirate Hoops with us. Got that and a lot more on the way on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. For Shirley Rhodes and Chandler Honeycutt, I am Clip Brock. We'll talk to you Wednesday at 3 on Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live.